Penis. Penis.
It's only one
Penis.
left.
Penis.
3. Don't show them that you're having fun.
Oh. Hey, gang. Hey, how's it going? Glad you can make it here to Dylan's living room. We're just we're Sketch Monkey, and we're gonna go ahead and write some sketches for you.
Except for this one. He's
That's
just
true.
going to eat the entire show.
That's true. We got a special guest. He's going to be he's going to be critiquing everyone. I'm going to be your host. My name's Phil.
Dylan's going to be joining us.
Dylan will be
In a
joining
mo.
us shortly. He's going to go ahead and be automatic QB.
You don't have a microphone. Shut up.
As soon as he's dressed in something comfortable.
So Tito's going to be sharing a mic with that show the entire show. And so we're just going to write some sketches. If you guys have any ideas or you want to input anything, if anyone's watching, feel free to add them in the comments. Can we see them?
Are we on top of gummy bears? No, those are sticky notes.
Those are sticky notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm Phil. I got Tito on this side looking gangsta fresh.
thanks. That's
He's
what I was
brand
going
new.
for.
Brand new to the Sketch Monkey. And of course, we got Dylan. He's going to go ahead and be the automatic
Stenographer.
Hi.
That's right.
It's pretty manual, if you ask.
What are all
True.
the L's for?
For love.
Oh.
It's my love for you.
Oh.
And we got Wes here. And
Hello?
special guest never before seen on Color Circuit this year. The
True.
Noodles.
That's my name.
Mm-hmm. Matt Joe.
The Noodles.
Matt
just the
Noodles
Matt the
Joe.
Noodles
Pew.
Joe.
Matt Noodly Joe.
Matt Doodly Joe.
Noodly boodly.
All right.
So what is Sketch Monkey for the people that don't know and for me?
For the people who don't know, basically we're going to be writing some sketches from beginning to end.
A to Z.
A to Z. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do something we did last week, which seemed to work pretty well. We're going to go ahead and build a story just one sentence at a time. Dylan's going to go ahead and write it down. We'll read it towards the end, and we'll see if we got anything to continue working on. And then maybe next week, if everyone's here and wants to keep going with it, we'll turn it into a brand new sketch.
No, we're
Film
not.
it.
We're not going to spend an hour just going around writing sentence by sentence a thing, are we?
For a full hour, yes.
Oh, awesome.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then the next hour, we'll be reading it for that entire hour.
For the improv portion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
then the following hour will be a critique.
The following hour will be a critique.
An
as Matt
hour.
Joe just
It's 2 hours.
Well,
An hour
I
of
think
grimacing.
we should try and get like a chunk of it down and then read it as the
Yeah.
characters or something.
Oh yeah.
For
That's a good idea.
funsies.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Because last time we just talked about
Yeah.
where the sketch could go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
here to
kinda
work.
playing with the format, but it probably won't take nearly that long, because like last time we got to a point where it's like, okay, this story can't go any farther. So
So, what we were, excuse me, hello? What we were thinking, I don't know if you said this, or you said this, but hopefully over the course of the week, if like we write some short sketch that we really like, we can film it and then show it the following week.
Ooh.
that's
Yeah.
the plan.
Cool.
With, of course, some solicited help from you, our lovely audience.
So go ahead and comment in the bottom.
It's frozen, but I will unfreeze it.
Okay, or we will wait.
It's
Is our video frozen
Frozen.
or their video frozen?
No, they're fine.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
All right, cool. So you're good,
Ooh.
Twitch community. All right, so
tiny table.
All right,
Right
Wes,
there.
you got dual microphones. Why don't you?
Tiny table.
What's that? Matt Joe actually.
I have the same table at home.
Do you?
Whoa.
And the larger version of it as well. It's a matching
So
set.
not the same table at home.
yeah.
Trying to
What
one-up
was
me
that?
on
Yeah,
the
what
table.
was
Look, is this because...
You gotta call him out.
Is this because I chided you about the incense?
I mean, I was actually going to bring that up during the improv thing because I think that's a really funny thing. But if you want to just start off with this now,
Sure.
we have a thing that could actually serve as a basis for a sketch.
Sure,
We
that'd
could
be
serve
great.
it-
So,
certainly an
just to
improv
preface
scene.
this,
Uh-huh.
we have been forced into a similar living situation.
Mm-hmm. Forced, huh?
Forced?
Hello, Bon.
Wait, did you just you
He
just want me to
just
take
put
this
it on
off?
you.
And,
have a microphone.
you just said I don't have a microphone. Okay, so today I was cleaning up my room and tidying it up. KonMari. And
Oh, KonMari.
yes, KonMari. So good. And I wanted to burn some incense because I found a little incense thing.
Ooh, basil.
You figured out a way.
Where there's a will.
Yes.
And
Joy.
Nobody's ever whispered bok choy into a mic before. The first time.
Guinness Book of World Records right here.
That was
so I did not have incense. And I was like, Macho, do you have incense? And he was like, yeah, you can use an incense out of this white bag.
And there were
It's like-
two instances right next to
To each other.
Incenses.
Incenses.
Incensi.
Now,
With
later on,
Insai.
you'll see how I was insensitive.
Uh-huh.
But before we get there,
And how he
hold on,
incensed my fury.
I used one. It smelled great because he has that good incense.
Uh-huh.
And then like
They both smell great.
I continued to work in my room, and I was like, I really enjoyed that instance for once
Yeah.
in my life. I wanted another one.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there, and so I didn't want to, I didn't want to be rude and take the last one from the white pouch.
Uh-huh.
And so I took one from the other box, the red one, which was a callous thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Because later on, Macho walks in and he smells an aroma. And he walks up to my door and he's like, "Hey Tito, did you grab an incense from the other box?" And
I didn't have to ask.
and he did. And
I know my incenses.
and I knew that he didn't have to ask.
Patchouli. Uh-huh.
But,
Bok choy.
yes, I did.
Julian bok choy.
Yes, I did. And he said,
It is an incense of a personal matter.
Uh-huh.
Let's just leave it at that.
"Okay, yes."
The incense in the red box is special.
It's a sacred incense that has a very limited quantity to it.
Most.
And so there are a few things that I could do that would be,
Uh-huh.
I would imagine, more upsetting than what I did. And so I was like, well, you know what? Sometimes I can be insensitive and not respect other people's spaces and everything. He's like, yes, I agree. And then we
That's
had
not how it went down. I didn't say that. I said, okay.
that sounds like
I
yes, I
literally
agree.
went,
The tone.
It was like a descending arpeggio. Went, Wes appreciates that.
Now here's the.
That's more of an arpeggio.
So we talked about how, like, yes, I can sometimes like be insensitive of other people's spaces and a bit selfish. And then in the same conversation, I was like, oh, by the way, because I was cleaning my room, I found this like weird brush thing in my room. Is it yours? He was like, oh, I was smoking weed in your room while you were gone over Christmas.
Oh, nice.
I used that to clean my weed pipe in your room.
I mean,
left
no
my
one-
paraphernalia there.
No
You
one.
smoke weed in your own room?
Nope. No one in 2018 plays Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo sober.
It's true. Oh, but
appreciate that.
then he was in my room, and then he was like, "Oh, I meant to clean these stains up off of your carpet that Macho's dog had diarrhea on." He never cleaned it up, and then we just kind of stood there in silence, and we both acknowledged and never acknowledged the irony of the conversation.
Nice. And that's how that goes.
Has it been working out, the living
It sounds like
situation? You moved in, what, maybe a year ago?
No,
6
half a
months.
year ago.
6 months.
So, to recap, I just want to say I have had roommate situations with two people in this room. Wes. You were my roommate at one point.
I was.
Don't even
yes.
look at you. Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
No,
did the camera all the time.
I remember you were my roommate at one point. Did I ever have diarrhea situations on your carpet
No.
or insensal and impartial infuriations with you?
No.
Granted, your bicycle was stolen
Yes.
from my front yard.
That's true.
Not by me, by someone else. But
Right.
I just want to say I'm still very sorry about that.
He just
I
hit it
did
in the
forget to
room.
lock it. It was
No,
my
yeah.
fault to not lock the gate, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I remember not eating gluten a lot. because
Is that like
I
a
ate-
rule?
How that creates a conflict.
no, that wasn't a conflict. But I think that was actually a very healthy part of my life because I couldn't eat gluten.
You're welcome.
And
I'm from my ex-girlfriend.
yes,
You are welcome.
Yes, and I would just eat peas, corn, and eggs.
Yeah. And pasta.
And pasta.
And
Oh,
Barilla
all right.
sauce. It was
Oh.
Barilla spaghetti sauce with gluten-free Barilla pasta
Was
and
it
peas.
gluten-free? Oh, yeah, it was.
It was
right.
always peas
Right,
in your
yeah.
pasta.
Just to be clear,
Right.
there are a lot more things that are gluten free other than peas and carrots. And lettuce. You just said.
No, there's not.
Okay, all right, just making
That's
sure.
Nothing with
it.
flavor, Dylan. All right, so
So
now we're gonna
I-
write some sketches.
So I think from that, like the way I would see like an improv scene based off of that going would be, like, hey, did you use my toothbrush this morning? I noticed the thing about it, and the other person's like, yes, I did.
Right.
Sorry. I
Oh,
can't
right,
say
we can
that. It's
start
like,
that off
oh,
as
by the way, this
opening
thing-
line. Or
Yeah,
something,
so it's just like
so.
a back and
Yeah.
forth of like both people being.
Or we could try just sort of the brainstorm way instead of the one sentence at a time.
Yeah.
We
However,
could try
we'll do it.
brainstorm way.
Let's do it.
So it's just
Brainstorm?
kind of throwing things out.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
So what's that first line again?
So I was thinking, both characters would be doing that. Like, oh, hey, did you do this thing with my stuff? Oh, yeah, I did. I'm so sorry. Like, hey, did you do this thing with my stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, hey,
Back up.
bro, did you? I was brushing my teeth this morning.
Uh-huh.
Did you? The bristles felt off. The bristles felt off. Did you use my toothbrush?
The Brussels?
The
Brussels.
Like the country.
No, like the
Like
sprout.
Sprout. My Brussels.
Did you use my toothbrush?
Yeah, the brushes, the brushes
Brussels.
they felt a little
Or maybe he could be
like
German
moist
or
or something.
Die Brussels fällt auf.
I feel like it's getting away from the
Or
point.
or more bendy.
Yeah.
More bendy? Like bendy?
No.
Normally my
Like
Brussels,
bendy.
my Brussels
Oh,
are like
bendable.
brushing with
Bendable.
stone.
Oh, okay.
What's bendy?
Like a bendy.
What's
Like
that?
East Indian.
Oh, I didn't know
I didn't
that
know
was
that was
what
what
it
it
was.
was.
No,
It's got like a
in
skeletal
Hinduism,
structure.
the dot is called a bendy.
Oh,
Exactly.
And I thought you meant like
no.
more of a guy with a bendy. Did you use my toothbrush? Which we're not condoning any sort of
Bendy.
racial usage of calling people who practice Hinduism bendies.
So both characters are Bindymen.
Yes,
Is that what you're saying?
they're bendymen.
Okay. So
We
these
are now
free
condoning the
practice-
use
practice
of the
yoga.
term bendy.
Is a bendy like the equivalent of a wigger?
Is it?
So
I say that
these
as I
two
wear
roommates.
So the roommates. Yeah. So it
Says the guy with the bandana.
Yes. One has a bandana.
Says the white guy with the bandana.
Uh-huh.
With the bandanga.
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 Bandango. What if? Yeah, we could just start it off simply.
You know, Wes is also right there.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see it either.
see that far.
Do you
Toothbrush
use my
is one word, I
toothbrush this morning? The brush has felt more bandy than usual. Both bendy men, wiggers,
Both Benjamin start.
stare at each other.
Are you Tommy Wiseau? The
Oh,
brushes
hi.
felt more bendy than usual,
Oh,
Mark.
hi.
Okay, then the other roommate will say like, "Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find my toothbrush."
That's good. I like that. Let's
Clean
use that.
and direct.
He just fesses
right away.
up right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just totally gives in.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No BS.
So there's like an implication of guilt.
Yeah.
We have character
Yeah.
motivation.
Yeah.
There is
There's subtext right there. Some
Exactly.
good stuff.
There's momentum already in the story.
Sorry, I couldn't find my toothbrush. And then the other roommate could be like, "Oh, I borrowed that to brush my dog's teeth."
Wait,
Wait,
borrowed.
I don't know.
Borrowed what?
Wait a second.
Borrowed his toothbrush. He
like
said
I
I
didn't-
couldn't find my toothbrush, and he's like, "Oh, that's right. I have your toothbrush."
Wait, so is
Whoa.
one or two saying this?
Uh,
Because I feel like it doesn't make sense for one to say that. Because he borrowed his own toothbrush?
he borrowed two's toothbrush.
Well, we could keep it where it's just the first guy just says, "Well, like that's disgusting,
Yeah.
man. Why would you do that?"
we could just stick on the
right.
topic.
He
of
has
that.
an emotional reaction.
An emotional reaction.
Let's do some improv here.
That's gross, man. Like
he
like
feels-
you're like
have a mind meld. We should have like a graphic.
Can we get?
Can you?
It's like that scene in Storm.
We promise a graphic will be there soon.
Stick that big old thing into his brain.
Between our bendies?
Yes.
Bendy?
They're bending. It's sucking out your brain's meat.
That's gross, man. That's an invasion of my personal space.
That's against the bro code. Didn't we actually do a sketch like that?
Yes, we
did
did.
do the bro code.
It was super. It was a really long sketch
Yeah.
too.
This just says
don't know
they
if
are
we
in a
were-
rap group together. Jesus.
Oh,
Sure.
God.
Oh wait, we need a name for the rap group.
That's true.
Okay,
Let's
should
go
we
with-
leave this up to audience vote?
There we go.
Oh.
Audience.
Let's
We have
bring the
an
audience in. What's the name of our rap group?
This is your job. Go ahead and vote now. Beep, boop, 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 beep, beep, boop,
Okay,
boop.
audience on Twitch.
Yeah, that's frozen.
Let it
You have an opportunity to name the rap
go. See if
group
my sister's on.
for the Bendymen. Which I swear only means they're flexible.
There's no other implications.
There's nothing else offensive, implied, at all. In the slightest.
Are you back on?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm on here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we
Oh.
got?
Wait.
New Mexico is not
So
famous
still,
for its
let's-
Wi-Fi
Do we
speed.
need to name the rap
There
group?
is
I feel
an-
like that's not the
Well,
important
yeah,
part.
we'll pitch that out to them.
But I just
and we'll
want-
see what happens.
Oh,
I want
sure, yeah, yeah,
these
yeah.
guys to feel
Bring
involved.
it in.
I don't think we have anybody yet.
You know, I want these
Korean
guys
Wonder.
to feel
The
involved.
Korean Wonder is doing it.
The Korean Wonder?
I think
Sorry,
that's what it
man.
says,
I can
right?
be.
Yeah.
I can be selfish.
Wait, donde es? Where do you see? That's Spanish, by the way. What?
Right
Where do
there.
you see? So is that the name of our rap group?
I can't reach. Yeah, why don't we do that? The Korean Wonder.
Okay. Okay.
is the
It's
name
a
of the rap
duo
group.
called the
That's
Korean
good.
Wonder.
There we go.
I like that.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
man. And then,
I'm
like, one
very
cuts in,
selfish.
he's like, hey, man, like, now's not the time to rap. That was an
Or-
like,
Oh.
I'm upset.
I'm sorry, I've been selfish. I'm not allowed to eat shellfish.
Says now's not the time to rap or crap. Get out of the bathroom.
All dietary sensitivities aside,
Mm-hmm.
why'd you gotta borrow my property like that? Says Korean Wonder Group member number 2.
I didn't think you'd mind. I mean, you're just so generous with your time.
Time, but not toothbrush.
Time.
Toothbrush time is my time.
Exactly.
I think that's good.
Write all of that. And see.
Hey, really?
Well,
Like the
sketch
Band
done.
Brothers.
Wait,
We'll film it tomorrow.
Ooh,
really?
those are 5-star
We
ratings.
can keep going.
No, it's
To
not
him.
insane.
Okay.
Oh, it's
He's
not?
changing batteries. Okay.
Does one of them say end scene, like he's trying to end whatever's happening, and the other one's like, nah,
One's like a theater major.
argument not over.
I like
one
that.
is a theater
Yeah.
major.
The other
we
one
have
is a
one that
rapper.
raps too much and one that theaters too much.
I
Do we
like
want
that.
to like? when
Is
we
theater
play-
a verb?
Do we want to have one game
Now it is.
in this sketch at a time?
Well, we're just brainstorming, so we got as many ideas as we can flow.
Okay, yeah, we need to find the real crux of this, right?
Well, I think the crux of it is in like person 2 is like, hey, did you like take my ice cream or whatever? Hey, did you like use my shampoo?
Right.
Okay.
Did
You want to
use-
go with the
That could be the game.
simple
Well,
the game.
I feel like that's what happened with our conversation.
Right.
Where it's like, you use this thing, and then he's like, oh, you use my room to smoke weed in, and like the
right.
dog diarrhea.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Hey,
the-
like
the-
I
back and
said
forth.
I was
Yeah.
gonna take a rug doctor into there.
I believe it.
Good. And
Well, now
And,
I'm having doubts.
And yeah, I'm just, I don't know,
Like
man.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
All right, so
Doubts?
let's see. Doubts.
You have doubts
I
about Philip
have
Seymour Hoffman?
doubts.
No, he's the best
very
actor of our
dead.
time.
Philip Seymour?
Okay, so let's see. Bendy guy says, "Sorry, I couldn't
I like
find my
Gary Oldman.
toothbrush." Who's gonna be Bendy 1?
Matt Joe. Wait, no, West. Be Bendy 1.
Want to be Bendy 1?
Bendy 1.
Bendy.
Bendy 1.
Beijing
Where do I
Bendy
start?
1.
somebody
We
call?
can start at the top.
Yes, I believe so. You are a Bendy 1.
You are a bendy.
Did
too.
you? Did
Oh, I am very Bendy too.
This is a match made in heaven for
I
me.
mean, you are a bendy as well.
I mean, exactly.
Oh.
Yes, of course. Complimentary.
I
Yes.
love to yoga.
Oh!
Okay, new sketch. These two guys just talking.
Goodness gracious, you have gotten me by the laughter strings.
Got you
In
by the ball.
oh, you have gotten me by my tiny balls, you silly man. You have gotten me so good.
Say, by the way, did you borrow my toothbrush? I can't seem to find it.
And then Bendy Man 2 says, I am so sorry, I could not find my toothbrush.
Oh, the narrator is also a bendy. He's part of the rap group, but he's not in the scene. He's
He
just
is.
talking about the scene.
But he's kind of more of a hype guy.
Yes,
He's like the Flavor Flav of the group, where he's like, yeah.
ja.
Yeah. And he's like, Rastapan, take over.
Most of his rap comes from, he's not even rapping really, but when he wants to contribute at rehearsal, it's mostly Rastafari background.
Rhymes.
Pun.
Okay.
God. Oh, goodness gracious.
He says, sorry, I've been selfish. Not allowed to eat shellfish. Now's not the time to rap.
Why did you borrow my property?
And then the second guy can say, "Well, look, I noticed that my shampoo was
My
missing."
rake.
Or something,
Yeah,
you know.
or like,
Yeah.
like,
Turn the tables.
Yeah.
hey, like my I feel like a funner high. I don't know. Like
Yeah, more
my
fun.
car.
Yeah.
Like, hey man,
Your car,
like
yeah.
my
Ooh,
my
I like
gas
that.
is lower than I just filled it up.
Yeah.
It's already like quarters
But
missing.
could we start slow, like shampoo, and then go to car?
Okay,
that way
sure.
we have somewhere to go.
Sure.
Or do we
Yeah.
want to just keep?
Yeah, and we could end up at like, I remember my girlfriend being a lot nicer to me
Yeah.
and being a lot more in love with me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And then
I
he
was
says,
like-
I've been
And
borrowing
sleeping in my
her.
room when
Oh,
she stays over.
Actually, if it's like, hey, like it was like Timothy's like second year birthday.
What?
Like his features coming in. Like, did you like fuck my wife from like 2 years and 9 months ago? I don't know.
It's an idea.
That's
so-
my
yeah.
son. Is this?
No, he's not. I
Oh.
wanted to tell you. Yeah.
And what kind of name is Timothy anyway?
So, Bendy 2 says, not toothbrush. And then Bendy 1 says, what was it? Hold on.
That's an invasion.
Yeah, you can
Time,
say, well,
not
look,
like
I noticed that my shampoo was halfway missing, and I hadn't even used it yet. So I figured you'd be fine with me using your toothbrush.
Yeah. And you could be like, well, I would be fine with that if you hadn't borrowed my Listerine, or if you hadn't borrowed my face scrub. You know, I go to Lush to get that specifically for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the shape of a little cat, because you know I love animals. And you
You
just went and
actually-
scrubbed it all over your acne-ridden face.
You shop at Lush.
I feel like that sentence is too short.
Okay. It's just a...
You know
Did you
a
get
lot
all
about
that down?
Lush.
Still at time, not toothbrush.
When I borrowed my face scrub, it's expensive.
That's what you
abbreviate.
said,
Yes,
more or less.
that's the core of it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do we feel B2 would say? Ben 2. What is this guy really like? Like,
Which
it seems
one?
like Bendy 2.
I think he likes
Is
yoga.
he the rap guy?
Yes.
They are-
B2
Oh,
is,
they're both
is
a
rap
Okay.
guy.
So what would he say? What would he say to that?
I borrowed your face scrub. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I borrowed your face scrub. Like I had a hot date."
Oh yeah, maybe they could try and they could say like, look, we've both been using each other's stuff. Why don't we just apologize?
Yeah,
and
they're
come
always
clean?
like apologetic.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry.
And come clean
Yeah.
about
Hey,
everything
yeah,
they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, just
Yeah.
like immediately they come clean and they're like, "Oh, but did you
It's
do
like,
this?
so sorry.
Did you this? You my
And
thing?
yeah,
Like,
I did.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, like my boss thanked me on a
Twitter.
proposal. Yes, like
Mm-hmm.
I never made that proposal. Have you been like doing my job?
So like he used his like time clock card is what you're proposing.
No, they're just like he's like gone in and done his roommate's job at his work, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I just like had some free time, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to be helpful."
It's like, look, I was trying to get fired from that place so I could collect unemployment. So you can really.
And it's like, I noticed I went to bed, and when I woke up, I was really tightly tucked in. And I didn't do that.
I like that one better.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was
That's real
really
personal.
comfy,
Yeah.
and I felt like a kid again.
Yeah.
And I felt like a wet kiss on my face, on my cheek, on my left cheek.
I know I didn't kiss myself.
And
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, that'd be weird.
that'd be awesome. But this is a different sketch.
This is different. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that sketch later.
I tucked you in, and yes, I kissed you on the cheek, and I tousled your hair, and I looked at you lovingly as you snoozed.
And I noticed there was some Vicks Vapor Rub on my chest.
You were coughing in the night, and I wanted to just kind of open up your bronchioles.
What was that sound of that?
It's like a mount.
It's like,
coughing just a little bit.
yeah, he just goes. He just snores and
Yeah.
just
It's just like a weird show.
wipes it all over his chest.
So let's do that. Cut to rubbing a very generous amount of Vicks.
Does he? This might be going off a little bit, but does he like really like Vicks?
Bendy one or Bendy two?
The one that rubbed it all over the other one.
I think he just saw a problem
Yeah,
and he had a solution.
yeah.
Sure.
I think
Just Vicks.
I think he obviously they are trying to be the parent of one another, and they're
There
just
we go.
trying to do everything for each other.
I think
could
that,
be
They're
it.
just
I
trying
think
to
that
take
could be
care
it.
of each
that
other.
might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
They're
Yeah.
trying to be
Both
the
kind of
parents.
parent each other.
I like that.
So we need we need the other side to be reciprocated, right? Because we got
Yes.
the Vicks on the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, so the other guy needs to be a parent to back in some way.
Yeah,
Like
we need to
maybe-
heighten it. What's more? What's higher than
Like, hey,
Vicks rubbing on
I
the other guy's
I
chest?
found your dog from childhood, Mr. Ruffles. You told me he ran away. I found him to bring in a
And like he
carrier.
hasn't aged a bit.
He hasn't aged a day. It's like he's 17 years old.
I don't know if that's
He's
a
been
parent.
waiting.
If we're trying to do a parenting thing, though, I don't know if that's a parenting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What would be a parenting thing?
like taking care of something, like treating the other person like a child.
Right.
Putting like limitations on his Xbox time or something like that.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So I was wondering
Like,
who did that.
Hey, I logged into my Xbox account and like it's password protected.
Yeah, password
I can't
Yeah.
play Doom.
Yeah, yes.
It's like yeah, I did
Yeah,
that.
I can't
just-
play Diablo. It said it was too gory for me.
Yeah,
And you're right, it is. It is too gory.
Thank you. I really needed that parental guidance.
And I really
And I noticed you
appreciate
threw
that.
away all my M&M CDs with the parental advisory stickers.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it was just like the swearing. The
getting
content
too-
was so filthy.
He's getting too vulgar.
Yeah.
The Slim
You
Shady
threw
show
away
is too
all of my Tyler the Creator CDs.
Mhm.
You said he demeaned women, and you know what? I agree. I was wondering why I had no respect for women.
Like I noticed
I
in
see
all
rape
my
in a totally different light now.
Yeah.
I noticed in all my magazines you got rid of any word that implies any implication of gender. So
Yeah, it's
everybody's
an
neutral.
entire magazine, and he like sharpied out every single
every single word that
her.
could potentially be.
Is it like
yeah.
we're like Benjamin buttoning backwards? So it's like, hey, like yesterday you just like
Well, I mean, it's
my stomach was grumbling, and so you pulled down my pants and wrapped a diaper around me, and it was so weird. I didn't say anything, but
I didn't say anything.
So it's like we have two
But I'm
ways.
saying
We can
it
either
now.
regress or we
that
can.
that has to be
go
a
forward,
visual.
yeah.
There has to be a cut too. Oh, just like him going, oh,
yeah, like
and
like,
then just,
he takes a sip of coffee,
and then they're like a little piece of scotch tape on the diaper, and then just like a little.
sealed with love. And he like blows
Hey, last
raspberries
night-
in his belly.
tucked me in night.
Yeah, I feel like there's two different
Referencing
ways
the
we
joke.
could go, which is like
Slip.
this one, which is a little like the regressing, where we're treating,
We're going
turning them both
backwards
into
through
kids, or
childhood.
we could do both.
But the
where it's,
way
like,
each other
reminiscence.
each other takes care of them is
Yeah.
completely adult, but they are
Mhm.
both treating each other like basically like
kids.
6
Right,
months
right,
old.
yeah.
Well,
Like toddlers.
It's
Yeah.
it's not that they're treating them like toddlers, but like we started later on, like maybe like preteen, and we're just going backwards into treating them like toddlers.
Right. You're right.
So it'd be like
Okay.
So Vix could be reminiscence of like preteen.
I mean,
teen.
I feel like
I
we're just
still
getting a skeletal structure.
Ask Tito to rub Vicks
rub
on my
Vicks.
chest. I'm
A healthy
34.
amount.
I do it.
More.
And then I do it. And he's like, "That was an invasion of my personal space." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Fine, I'll just burn the incense and get out of here.
Is there a cap? I mean, this is
Fine.
I feel bad.
I won't
about
clean up
that.
my own diarrhea off your carpet.
this is pretty
Fix this,
this is pretty heightened like that.
Well, so we
Well, I
need
feel like-
something in between.
I feel like it's not very. Well, it's not streamlined yet.
No,
Okay.
we're just we're still
Yeah.
just. I feel like we're still kind
Yeah.
of finding stuff.
Yeah. Like if this was
I feel like
if this was the writers' room,
Okay, so
we'd all
how do
break
we?
and go get sandwiches
Sure.
at this point.
Okay, so what's the finale? Like, what's the climax of the sketch?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
What's the
is,
turn?
Is that the climax where he starts?
It's just empty. Like, what's going on this channel?
It's like a real writer's room. What would be the end game? So, like, if this was an improv scene, we
Okay,
would just play
so-
it back and forth.
Well-
I think it would be until
So one of the things would be like if we're like going backwards through childhood, like the way we're treating them, like the final thing would be like
sperm and egg.
yeah, sperm and egg, or like their birth or something.
Be like, oh hey, but I was at the market and I found this giant ovary egg.
Yeah, I
You
don't
wanna
know how to.
Hop in.
Like a brontosaurus ovary.
A brontosaurus. Just found this at the local Sprouts and they just give it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, wait. This sounds like horrifying, but like, what if like number 2 like wakes up and he's in this like dark walled place? He's like, "What's going on?" And then like it cuts to like his mother belly, and you're like, "I just wanted you to feel safe. I put you back in."
Yeah.
Or like,
It could go.
I mean, I'm like that is like the heightened, but that's kind of ridiculous.
Absurd.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or
It's like a huge belly.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like a
Well, it's
real.
like a belly the size of a house.
Yeah.
No, we could film this. Like I have the VFX for that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
I downloaded it.
Oh, that-
yesterday,
I-
pregnant
That would be
and we do know like
man-sized pregnancy.
Yeah.
size pregnancy. It could
What
be
a
like a
coincidence.
Twilight,
Just a
where
preset.
it's like he tries to go out to get a
It's
sandwich.
just
He
the
opens the
worst.
door. It's skin, and then you realize he's been inside his
Oh,
mother's
yeah,
stomach
But
the entire
there's
time.
a sandwich shop inside.
Inside,
of the
yeah.
womb
He just
as
notices
well.
that the skyline is Mama's tummy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like he
shit.
can still go to Humble Coffee.
Uh-huh.
He can still go down the street to Wells Fargo, but it's
Yes.
just all within this
I
big
got,
womb.
I got an Inception twist.
Uh-huh.
They are roommates, right? Is what we think.
Yeah.
It turns out they're twins in the stomach.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, that got deep.
Yeah.
Or the entire town is sperm, like one population of sperm. Or
Oh,
something.
the whole
Like-
the whole town.
Yeah, the
they
whole
live in.
town,
One
yeah.
flagella with 2 sperm heads. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Sure.
Wait a second.
No, he's saying
Like
that
one whole
I
testicle.
feel like it's like changing the game.
Flagellate.
Well, I thought you meant sperm. I didn't know
Yeah.
you meant like literally like what happens before sperm gets released from
Yeah.
the testicle, which I think is
yeah.
called something else.
Yeah. I think that might be.
splooge.
Zygotes or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I think zygotes. Isn't it zygote when a sperm connects with an
Oh,
egg,
maybe
and it's
not.
like the very beginning stages of
Yeah.
development
Yeah,
within
that's
the
probably
womb?
what it is.
we
yeah.
might be overthinking this a tad bit.
I think so.
I think between all of us,
what-
we should know what sperm is called before it leaves a testicle.
It's called like czar pores or something.
Zarpor? If I Google
That's where
Zarpor,
Mormons
Wes,
go when they die.
Oh, really? Zarpor.
What if instead of
Okay, we'll back
instead
it up
of,
just a step here.
Yeah. What if instead of they just like keep heightening, one of them are like, "Whoa, hey man, you're treating me like a child." I have a problem with it because like that is like acknowledging the game.
Oh, yeah,
and so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
What can we
But
do
that
with
kind
that?
of that kind
Acknowledge
of like shows your hand in a way.
right, but it's the end of the sketch. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think like that might be okay if we can think something to do with that.
I don't know.
Maybe-
I'm never a fan of being like, "Hey, I'm gonna call out
You
the
don't like the
scene."
meta?
I don't know.
It
a
could
little.
Just
be-
because that's
I
because
feel
that's
like
the end of
kinda-
the scene though.
Yeah.
But if we're at the end of the scene, there's some I don't know.
Yeah, I
that's
like
my
that.
thought.
I like
Like
that.
what would you what could you think about doing something like that? Like Wes?
We're both treating each other like children. We could just call out the game. Maybe it's like
yeah,
you're-
well, exactly. Like, hey man,
Oh,
put that
oh, oh,
diaper on me. You treat me like a child.
Oh, we cut to after the diaper. We cut to one of them is suckling on the other one's nipple and he's going, "You're treating me like a child," and then it's cut.
oh, like when he's getting fed with like a rubber
I like
spoon.
that idea.
I was thinking
You're
rubber
just-
spoon,
You're treating me like a.
but I was thinking rubber
Like a
spoon,
child.
But in my head, I'm filming both of you at some
We're
point
both
this
in high
week,
chairs.
and he's sucking on your nipple. That's all. only
So
reason I
anyway,
while you're eating bok
I-
choy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm eating an entire head of bok choy, and he's just suckling from. Is it my left or my right?
Left.
Left.
It's my left.
Clearly.
Left.
So I'm holding him like, okay,
Yeah.
because that matters, and
Should we just do spoon feeding?
that would be a lot less
oh,
invasive of my nipple.
I think I got. So it's like we're treating each other like children, and then they agree not to do it. Okay, like no more. We just got to cut it out right here,
Right.
and then
We're
we
adults.
either go to
Damn it.
the next scene. They either just go and start doing it all over again, where they like say, okay, and then let's do Choo Choo Train right now, and then they like spoon feed each other Choo Choo Train, and they don't realize that they're still doing it. But they said they agreed that they'd stop.
I like that idea. What that
Choo-choo
made me
train.
think of
Yeah, it's like,
is
okay, now it's Choo Choo Train.
Oh, it's almost like the idea of like
Or
we're
whatever.
closed in, right? And then they're talking about like, hey,
and then we
we're
pull
fixing-
out. It's
and
like
then you're
didn't
pulling
choo-choo.
out. Yeah.
Or what if like you know how a kid like tries not to cry and then starts crying like a child because they are a child. Like no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna treat each other. We're not gonna baby each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like both of them just like start bawling like kids.
Yeah. That could work too. Yeah.
Is that the
I'm trying
button?
to think.
I
that's
feel
a
like
good-
it's,
there's
I
several
feel like
buttons.
That's the
there's,
belly
like-
button.
I feel like
That's the belly
I
button.
like that direction.
Wait, it zooms out. One of them's cutting the umbilical cord of the other.
Oh, I like that. yeah, I like that. Yeah.
But the umbilical cord is like 30 miles long
Yeah.
because the mom lives like
yeah.
50 blocks away.
Oh wait,
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, he's like,
We
hold
follow
on,
the
feeding
umbilical
time.
cord down
Yeah,
the street,
it's just
and
like
it's like
coming
one
in.
of those fast motion, like you're following it. Yeah,
it's like a fucked up family circus.
yeah. And then it cuts to the mom, and then it's scene 2.
Yeah.
What if?
And she's just in
Yeah, I kind of
bed.
like that. I like that twist better of like,
Yeah.
yeah. The mom for some reason feels like tugging on her cord.
Yeah, she's
Ooh.
like, "What? Something's
Something's
boys.
wrong with
Yeah.
my boy.
Yeah.
I can
What
tell.
fight?
Oh my
boys.
god, she's drinking way too much milk.
a gallon of milk that she's just drinking.
Okay. So basically, what it is like the mother is kind of an overprotective mother, but to an extreme. Like she hasn't cut the umbilical
or
cords
she could
whatever.
say, like,
they're
yeah.
trying not to be children.
Just to be clear, though, do we like the umbilical cord?
I love the
Like,
I like the
I
umbilical
think it's
cord, yeah.
absurd.
I
and
wish
a
I still had
beautiful
mine.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
She could say.
I
She
feel
could say,
untethered.
like,
I feel lost.
you know,
I don't feel
Greg
grounded.
Finally let
I
go
hate my life.
when
I
she feels it cut.
Want
She what?
to
Like,
self
Greg
emolumate.
finally let go.
Self-immolate.
Maybe
And
it
then
like
she
shrivels.
fades away.
Wait. It ends like spoilers. It ends like The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It ends like the Last Jedi.
It ends like the last
No,
Jedi. Yeah.
no, I haven't seen it. No,
Okay,
no.
I won't say
Never
anything then.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
but mom
Actually,
should
you
do
know
that
what
too.
I would like if like the umbilical cord is cut, but it's like that shot in The Last Jedi where it goes to the ship and like all the sound is taken out. That's
Wait,
like the
but there's
snip.
no connection between the two.
Yes, there is, because the ship is being cut in half, and
But does it-
just like the umbilical cord gets snipped, but like all the sound goes away
Got it,
and
got
like
it, got it.
turns like it's a beautiful shot.
It is. We should like
It just
like
zooms
when we
back into our
actually
stuff.
when we film the umbilical cord being cut, it like turns to black and white, and there's no sound, and like, yeah. I like what they said here. Like the mother says like, "He finally let go,"
Yeah.
and then she dies.
I think that's good. That's good, actually. I think that's important.
Yeah,
yeah,
there has to be some sort of emotional ground, some truth.
Yeah. It's like that's
truth.
the mom
Some
was
truth.
waiting for her son to let go before she could pass away.
Oh, and then
stupid, yeah.
then fade to black in memoriam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shows her name,
Yeah.
the year she was born, and
Yeah.
then today.
Yes.
By the way, like we don't see the cord like coming out of the bellies. Like they're wearing like suits. And it's like a slight bulge, and then
It's coming down their pant
it's
leg?
like coming out of their pant leg.
Yeah.
memoriam? Is that
In memoriam.
Kate Blanchett?
Yes.
It's with
And
the-
what
it's
if
with the C.
what if their mom is like a government official and she's got a big pair of scissors and she's about to cut the red tape at like
my
the
God.
opening of a mall and she's like about to cut her own umbilical cord, but she's like, finally, and then she just like lets go and the mall never opens.
What do we do? Guess we gotta go.
Yeah, the townspeople just like walk.
Well, I just lost my job.
Yeah, the next scene is like the mall being demolished. A pretty
Yeah,
nice mall.
it was
Like,
never opened.
Yeah,
It was never
They wait
open.
there. It's like 24 hours later. Well, I guess this mall's not opening. And then bulldozer. just like-
All the vendors are like, wait. Like in there.
The next day, it's already like there's bums living in it. And, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The pinkberry frozen yogurt guy is like, the way.
go
It's just
for it?
tape.
It didn't end at the fade to black.
Fade
That
back
just
in memorial.
keeps
Yeah,
going.
it could be like
Wait, it fades to black, and then it's the after. It's the mid
Who's-
credit scene.
Why is Kate Blanchett? Is Kate Blanchett
Kate
the
Blanchett. It
mom?
was her. She was the mom the whole time.
Yes. In memoriam,
most of our
Kate
budget.
Blanchett. He finally let go.
Wait,
Does
yeah,
she
Kate
disappear?
was owning a mall, or Kate was like.
Kate was a
about to
government
open-
official. She was like the governor.
No. It's actually Kate Blanchett, though, right? So maybe she was opening her own like nonprofit
Of course she would,
because it's
because she's a saint.
Kate.
Yeah.
It's Kate. Come on,
she,
guys.
she was creating a competitive lifestyle magazine to go against Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop.
Goop?
Yeah, it's her lifestyle magazine.
Is it real?
Yeah, she sells jade eggs that you can like put into your vagina that have like healing properties or whatever.
I've heard of that.
Yes, now you know what I'm talking about.
It
So
works.
she can have a competing magazine called
I think it's like Wasp's Nest
Poop.
or something.
I feel great. It works.
Yeah.
That sounds safe.
Hey, Monster Mishi. Thank you.
It's my sister.
That's your sister.
Michelle, you have to
okay.
name
Whose
the rap
sister?
group.
You have to name the rap group
Oh,
at the beginning of
I
the
think
sketch.
that's very important.
Yes, Michelle, you have to name our the rap group in this. So should we go back real quick? I feel like we might need to change the toothbrush thing a tiny bit.
We
since
need to
kinda
actually call
found-
it. So if there's
Is it
any,
about
like,
time?
last-
Well-
yeah.
Bendy 3 is not necessary.
Okay.
No.
Like he could just be narrator. He doesn't have to sit there and narrate while like in the room,
It's true. He
like
doesn't-
at everyone's face.
yes, we can add him in post.
Is Bendy 3 like? Okay,
He's like
yeah,
Morgan Freeman.
Okay, yeah.
He's like Morgan Freeman, or like
Bendy Freeman.
or is that Attenborough guy for
David Attenborough?
from Planet
That
Earth.
David Attenborough guy?
David Attenborough, thank you. And he's just like sort of like if we need it, like when there's really intense moments and like the brothers are staring at each other, he can like fate has brought these two together. inside the womb.
Their fates are tied.
Where did this
Like
guy come from?
Yeah, I feel like we don't need a
Was
Bendy
he-
3
was
at
he
all.
not? We don't.
Forgot
Oh,
Bendy 3?
Who
We
is
talked
what?
about Bendy 3 a
Bendy
long time
3?
ago.
What?
Bendy
Yeah.
Man 3.
He's the one that ties it all
the
together.
whole time.
I thought we just did the sketch.
No.
All right, so if we got to wrap up soon,
What
why don't
time
we
is
have
it?
a final reading? It's 7:50. So
Oh,
who wants
wow.
to play Bendy
Okay.
1 and Bendy 2, and we'll have a final reading.
Wes, you be Bendy 3.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. So Tito, you want to be 1?
Oh,
Matt, Joe, you wanna be 2?
no.
What? Am I one?
I feel like you guys
can do
already
2.
have rapport.
Okay, we'll have.
You'll do 2.
But Wes, you narrate. You read all the direction.
No.
I'll be 2, you be 1, so Bendy 1's the very first line.
Okay.
Very good. Oh wait, are we doing this in
Who's
the?
the narrator?
Are we doing this in Wes?
Wes is the
Oh.
narrator.
This life.
Are we
Sketch
okay? Are
monkey.
we doing this in the Bindi accent?
Yes,
Are
you
we
have to.
okay?
Sure.
It's your
You have
choice.
to, you have to.
Okay. Did
I have to
you?
read this part.
Yes,
wait.
you know.
The second
No,
line.
no.
You're the
Yes.
narrator. Read the second line.
You know damn right.
Wait, but you guys.
Did you use my toothbrush this morning? The brush is felt more bendy than usual.
Both bendy men. I'm gonna skip the parentheses. Stare at each other. They are in a rap group together.
I'm sorry, I could not find my toothbrush.
That is an invasion of my personal space.
I'm sorry, I've been selfish. I'm not allowed to eat shellfish.
Now is not the time to rap. Why did you borrow my property?
I didn't think you would mind. You're so generous with your time.
Time, not toothbrush.
My shampoo was half missing, and I haven't even used it.
You know, I would be fine if you hadn't borrowed my face scrub. It's expensive.
They both start apologizing profusely.
Oh, it is okay. I'm so very, very sorry. You understand that it is just, it is, I understand. I completely understand.
Why don't you take the next line?
Okay. So, I woke up this morning and I was really tightly tucked in, and I did not tuck myself.
I tucked you in. I kissed your cheek. Your cheek. That's a hard word.
There was
I tousled your hair.
there was Vicks vapor rub on my chest.
You read it.
Oh! Rubbing a very generous amount of Vicks onto his roommate's chest.
I logged into my Xbox and I can't play Doom. It says it's too gory for me.
You're right. It is far too gory for your virgin mind.
You marked out my magazine with any words even slightly profane.
My stomach was grumbly and you put a diaper on me. It was so nice and comfortable.
Cut to each of these. Bing, 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 bing.
At the same time, we are treating each other like children.
Zoom out. We cut to the umbilical cord.
We cut the umbilical. No.
Oh, right. We cut the umbilical cord.
Okay.
Snip.
You're the mother.
And you,
Oh, cut to the mother. He finally let go. Then she dies.
fade to black.
Oh, yes.
In memoriam, Kate Blanchett.
And we need to have an
1960 to
insert of Kate
2018.
Blanchett.
Bendy 3 narrates.
Perfect.
That's I think we did it, guys.
Yeah.
I think we're
Now
gonna
we just
have
have to
there.
raise $50 million to film
To
this.
fund just
The
Kate
most
Blanchett.
important part, the hardest part's going to be that umbilical cord, yeah?
And hiring
Yeah, not the
Kate
accent, dude. I
Blanchett.
think you guys have the accent down.
We got that, yeah.
Like,
I
it's
mean,
so
it
authentic.
was nothing but a G-string,
Oh, I know what's a good umbilical
We are
cord.
rappers, no?
You get
Sausage
Nylon.
casing.
the
Nylon.
pantyhose or whatever.
The nylon.
And then you just stretch it out and tie it to each
Have
other.
you done this?
The nylon.
I
That's what they use for guts and stuff.
Sydney, who used to be in Comedy Question Mark, did a monologue as a fetus, and we made the umbilical cord out of pantyhose that she sort of stretched around her body. And
Oh my
was-
God.
Like
Nice.
it's weird. It was.
But was
it's
it
pretty
dipped
cool.
in something wet? I imagine it,
It
would
was
be
dipped in
wet.
placenta.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That was the
yes.
hardest
I
thing
don't.
to
I
come
don't think
across.
so, but it looked. You know.
You
It
don't
was
think
dipped
so?
in a uterus. Okay.
I don't think it was dipped in placenta fluid.
Quite frankly.
All right, that's
right.
been it for Sketch Monkey.
We're gonna
Tune
wrap it
in
up there.
every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Mountain time.
Maybe we'll film this throughout.
Maybe
the week.
we'll tighten it up.
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
tighten it up.
If
Maybe we'll
Fantastic
streamline it.
Maybe it gets worse.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things we just need to kind of tighten up, but I think it'll work.
Yeah. I like this crowdsourcing.
Crowdsourcing.
Yeah. These ideas the way we did it.
Yeah, those brainstorm
yeah.
stuff.
Brainstorm.
What's the outro like? Is there beatboxing?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. We'll be right back
Yo,
with
you can find us on the AR bus. It's over in the city. Plus thrust.
with Improv Bagel in just a couple minutes.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
everyone.
yeah.
Thank you so much for sticking around. This is Improv Bagel, the only show on Color Circuit where we do improv as well as have bagels toasted nicely in the background. Whoa! I want to hear how my... Oh, God, are we going to hear the feedback now?
Oh my God!
Is
It's the
that
past.
is that what we really sound like?
Dun, 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 dun.
It's the past and the
Dun,
present.
dun, 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 dun. I'm your host, Phil. Dylan is going to be the co-host / producer. Basically, he's going to be in the other room. But we got some special guests. We got the usual people here. We got Scott. We got Wes. Tito.
Returning.
Returning. Oh, yeah, that's right. He wasn't here with the last one. Yeah.
I was in Florida.
He's missed
Florida?
quite a lot. Florida.
In Boca?
I was
Boca
also
La
in
Crown.
Florida, and Tito refused to hang out.
What a jerk. Speaking of jerks, Matt Joe's here. Hey. How's it going, Matt Joe?
I was waving at the computer, not the camera.
Why isn't it waving back?
So before we get started, I believe, for those of you who don't know, we're going to be doing improv based off of our conversation. It's going to be inspired, so we might just jump into it randomly. We'll never know. Nobody knows. It's improv.
Mm-hmm.
The state of improv.
That's how improv
Yes.
is. Wes,
like
I
jazz.
believe you had a nice, hot, steamy topic you wanted to talk
Yes, I was just about to talk about the Logan Paul guy and his brother Jake Paul and how they're this
sounds
new
fake.
internet sensation on
Uh-huh.
YouTube. And they're like hitting like a gazillion subscribers, and they want to like get to the most subscribed or whatever. And their videos are so dumb.
What do they do?
Well, that doesn't
now,
matter.
So I looked up because I'm totally unfamiliar with Logan Paul, and the first thing that came up on Google search was YouTube removes Logan Paul as a preferred ad partner, puts his YouTube Red projects on hold.
Yeah.
So whatever he's done, as stupid as it is, this guy has caused enough of a stir to get canceled.
Yeah. Well.
Yes.
So, I mean, are
Right.
they controversial videos?
Yes.
Or, okay, like,
Yes.
Well,
They-
do you have an
yeah.
example?
The one that
There's
got
one
them.
that started it.
Yeah.
What was that one? Yeah.
Let's discuss this one.
Could
Yeah.
we have a bit of backstory on Logan Paul though first? Because you're like, what makes him so stupid?
So I'm no expert, but there's Logan Paul and Jake Paul are brothers, and Jake Paul's more popular than Logan Paul, but they're both really popular on YouTube. They're competing against.
They have
each other.
separate channels?
Yes.
The Paul brothers have separate channels?
Yes.
Okay.
He said
And-
he's
Paul
an
brothers.
expert.
The
And
Paul
like
brothers.
Look
at his
they've
snazzy
like
vest.
they've
It's
like
like the
shared
Wu-Tang
girlfriends, and there's like this weird
This is
animosity
nothing like the Wu-Tang
between them.
Uh-huh.
And like one team I think has tried to like kill the other team by like taking out like the tire holding things on the tires
The
of
lug
their
nuts?
car.
Lug nuts?
Lug nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
And their
Shit.
car like swerved off the freeway, and it was like
Really?
a
So
serious-
it's becoming
Yeah.
like dangerous.
yeah, it's like dangerous and like crazy.
What's the ages of these
And they're brothers.
people?
Yeah, they're
Like,
brothers.
they're not condoning this.
Brother.
Yeah,
The flag! Yeah.
Yeah.
it's crazy. And then Logan Paul. The recent thing that's been going on is he was in Japan, I guess, and he was filming his
First
vlog.
trip to Japan, I believe.
Yeah,
It's a great
I
place.
guess.
As you pet Godzilla.
And
Very sensitive subject for the Japanese.
Yeah.
As I pickled you.
and they were in the woods, I guess, and they found a man who had committed suicide. An actual
It's like apparently like some
seppu-
it's
harikari,
a famous
seppuku.
suicide forest or something.
Oh, the
Like,
suicide
very-
forest.
yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of that.
yeah, and then he was just
Phil
like
knows about it.
That's the only thing I know about Japan. Suicide.
Nothing else.
We're
Fukushima.
dancing over this. Okay, I'm sorry.
I haven't seen the video that was posted, but
But he found a dead person, and
Yeah.
did he show it on YouTube?
yeah.
And that's like the
Was
big
it-
like state of the controversy is like he's showing it. Well,
yeah,
number
but
one,
he
he's
was,
showing a
I
dead
think he
body.
was
I have a
also
question.
insensitive.
Was it a
Yes.
stream like what we're doing now, or was it a pre-recorded thing that they?
Pre-recorded, and he chose to put it on YouTube.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a video of a man killing himself or it was like an already dead person.
I think
He
it
was
was
You
already
can already
dead. They
find
came
that
across
stuff
it.
online, you know.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And-
Uh huh.
What?
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
For a second, I was the enemy. It's fine.
We can't read.
Come closer.
No, you missed it. You missed it.
Oh,
So that does sound pretty messed up. You have.
Well, just to add, like once that happened, oh god, I just broke off Godzilla's hand.
Oh my God!
That's more than the Japanese ever did. Godzilla's still
subscribers. God damn it!
Godzilla still thwarts the Japanese to this day.
The number goes from 1 to 0.
We just got blocked in Japan. Oh God.
So
That's where we were going to blow up.
We were on the verge,
We
man.
were there. Yes.
So he got into this hot water over putting this video.
He made a bit out of
Everybody
it,
was upset, and so
yeah.
there was all this
From finding a
controversy.
dead body.
But then from there they're like, what else is this piece of shit done? And so because he was saying like, I'm sorry, it was just like a mistake, like I'm trying to be respectful or whatever. And his whole like YouTube video of his trip in Japan, he's like, I gotta be respectful, and then he just like puts on like a rice patty hat and a kimono and like runs around downtown throwing stuffed Pokeballs, trying to capture people, and other stuff.
Clearly not taking it
Yeah, he
serious.
just, like,
Right.
like salty
He
fish.
didn't show
Yeah.
the same respect the Jackass people did years ago.
He's not running around
Dressing
in
up in panda suits.
Yeah. In the wrong
On
country,
unicycles
right?
or whatever the fuck they did. Yeah.
So people are like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, and just like
PewDiePie.
earlier this year, PewDiePie, he had many occasions where he said racist and
Did
racial
racially sensitive
things, and that got in hot water, and so he lost his endorsement from YouTube and everything. And how old are these? These are like 22. That's okay.
That guy's 20. Oh, that makes sense why he's so dumb.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah.
So they're making
Yeah.
videos for the past 3 years.
Yeah, Dylan, did I get all
Right.
those facts right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I would,
Dylan
'cause,
was
you
back
know,
there fact checking for us. Fap checking.
Why
That's
don't you check that FAP real quick?
unfortunately that's what we get when we give all this money and attention to
fucking 22
a bunch of
Yeah.
dickheads.
For real.
Yeah.
Not that all 22-year-olds are dickheads, but
No, but if they have a
majority-
A
YouTube
lot
channel,
of them are. Yeah.
if they have
I
a
wasn't the world's smartest man at 22.
if they have a
Don't
YouTube
be
channel
modest. You were brilliant.
where they broadcast all their dumb shit, yeah, they're fucking dickheads probably.
Hey, Mom, Dad, I reached an important decision about my college studies.
yes,
What?
Turbo.
What is it, Turbo?
I decided I don't need him anymore. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
No, Turbo. You're going to go to college and be an engineer.
Turbo, we've discussed this over and over again, and we are not pulling your college fund so you can pursue this idiotic career.
I already got the setup. I know what I want to do. I'm just going to review different types of Raisin Bran. Just gonna eat
Turbo.
bowls of cereal.
Not only is that a very lame idea, it doesn't even sound creative at all.
Well, like, I'm in school for engineering, not creative arts. So,
Turbo.
like, Jesus.
Turbo, you're throwing
Got me
your
there.
life away. Do you understand that?
No,
You're-
Dad. Like, there's a paradigm shift happening, and you're too old to realize it.
There's no way that
Capitalize it.
that reviewing Raisin Bran, the different types of Raisin Bran, is at all popular, Turbo.
How do you know?
Ted,
That has to
Ted-
be not a thing. Is that a thing, honey?
it's not. It isn't a thing.
That's what I thought. Turbo.
Listen,
Ted,
No.
Ted. I think it's time you reveal to Turbo what we've been trying to hide from him for years.
I didn't want to.
I think we got to tell him, Turbo.
Oh God, you're not gonna get a divorce and they try to keep me in line, are you? Jesus.
No.
God, you guys.
We're YouTube sensations.
Yes.
What?
Your father and I have been streaming under the name of Go-Go Gadget Parents.
Oh my God, that's so fucking lame.
I know.
Oh, I just bought all this equipment.
Yeah.
It's we don't have a lot of subscribers, but
Yeah.
That is why we knew, Turbo, that it was a waste of time, and we didn't want you to go down the same path.
I don't even know how to. God, how am I gonna like rebel now? I can't go back to school.
well, your father has a Twitter account,
I took a.
and it's true. He has a
Oh,
Twitter
God.
account. Sad to say, he's got quite a few followers. And he can't get out of it. Constantly posting
guys are
and
ruining my
updating
life.
everything you need to know about being a parent nowadays.
Where to find 2% milk when your boy has drank all the 2% milk in the fridge. Where to look around outside.
God, shut up, Dad. You're so lame. Gee, oh God, I'm gonna put this on Instagram. God, guys,
I have an Instagram, son.
fuck.
It's at Mother Knows Best 69.
Oh no, you know about 69ing too?
Dude, I was trying to get the younger market, and now I just have to pose and.
I can't even 69
Posing.
with my girlfriend anymore.
Look, that's irrelevant right now.
We didn't know what it meant at the time.
We were trying to
hear
find
this.
our niche, and
It was all the other usernames were taken.
for some reason, 69 was the
Mother
last.
knows best. 43 didn't work.
Nope.
67.
Mother knows best. 69 is free, guys. If you want.
Take that. Please take that, actually.
See,
We'll take that for real.
No results found. I think we're in the clear.
That's so weird. Yeah. Can you please subscribe to that, and I'll totally buy that off.
It's like the unofficial improv bagel
Improv Bagel
account.
Mother Knows Best.
That's amazing.
Michelle, if you're watching, can you take that for me?
There's a rule. Conan O'Brien had a bit about this back in his NBC days, where if in a joke you say like a website or something, like on national television, it has to be an actual website. So that's why they came up, because he jokingly in an interview said, you can go to a website like sexymanatee.com or whatever. And so the legal team was like, now we need to make sexymanatee.com. So I don't know if it's still a thing, but for a while they had this website because they legally had to.
Yeah.
It's sexymanatee.com, and it was
Yeah.
attached to the Late Show or Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
That's awesome.
And they would refer to it every once in a while and have merchandise, of course.
Yeah. Sexy manatee.
But yeah, so that's the
Conan
like.
O'Brien was great.
He
He is great. I love Conan.
I love Conan.
Conan's my
Have we all
favorite.
heard about the new Letterman show on Netflix?
Yes.
I've heard
And
about
his
it.
first guest is going to be
Barack
Hussein Obama.
Hussein Obama.
I am so thrilled. The only two people I grew up watching were David Letterman and Conan O'Brien.
I thought you were going to say David Letterman
And Barack Obama.
The only because I was born exactly 10 years ago.
I grew
We
up
can't
in the
find
20-aughts, and
And we
Still
can't,
34, but I was born 10 years
I was born in a tube 10 years ago.
we can't
like
find
this.
Matt Joe's birth certificate either, so
He
there's
can't,
no way
he
to
can't be
confirm
president.
that.
Can't find my car keys. I can't find anything.
Yeah, I love me and my sister actually used to watch Conan all the time. We would go over to like my grandma's house and we would stay up just to watch
Yeah,
Conan.
it was
When
the
he got
best.
to the interviews,
It was the monologue and then the bit after the monologue.
yeah,
that was
exactly.
so good.
Yeah,
so
that we would
good,
always
yeah.
watch. They had
Yeah.
like the masturbating bear.
Masturbating.
Masturbating
The
bear.
masturbating bear.
Masturbating. Yes.
Nobody steal that one.
The bastard
Masturbating
And
man.
Pimpbot
Pimp
4000
bot, yeah,
or whatever.
Pimpbot, yeah.
And the
In the year 2000.
and the best was after the year 2000 they still did the bit.
Yeah,
Like
but
they
the
didn't
year
change it at all.
3000.
Yeah. No, they kept it as the year 2000 and they
Oh, did
still
they?
had the
Stupid
it, was,
little ball.
it would
Yeah,
be like
yeah.
2003 and they were like in the year 2000.
That's fantastic.
Wait, who's hosting
Also,
the
Andy Rick
Tonight
is
Show?
great.
And
He is great.
I got emotional when he left.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big deal for me. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But he came back. He
Yeah.
came back because his
He's
TV
fine.
show didn't work.
Oh my god, that's the fastest I've ever seen Andy Scott let anybody touch him.
Really?
I'm not a touchy.
Since like meeting them.
Really?
You should feel
Well,
honored, Matt
but
Joe.
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, I don't think it's a proximity thing, but I felt something there. I felt the need
The
to
Richter Payne. Yeah.
reciprocate some
Reciprocate.
reciprocity.
Well, you were the first in a long time. So
Nobody
wanna
else
thank
has
you for
felt
that.
anything for Scott in years.
Scott is uncomfortable with this bit.
now it's continuing.
Cheers to the future.
In the year 2000.
Yes, and
When is he gonna take the
Dylan, push in on Scott's face. It's getting redder and redder. So who is hosting the Tonight Show? I'm just curious because I don't know.
Fallon.
Fallon?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that asshole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Not a Fallon fan.
Fuck Fallon.
No, he laughs at his own jokes. I'm sorry,
true.
and they're not even funny.
Yeah.
If you laugh at your own jokes, they better be funny.
He also, it seems like people are upset and rightly so, that he doesn't really do like comedic bits. Nope. It's just like you're gonna like lip sync songs,
Right.
Like the extreme
Or-
more than words
yeah.
with Jack
You're
Black.
gonna, you're,
yeah.
okay,
Right,
so
right.
you're gonna sing this song in the style of Beyonce or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to be funny because
gonna do an
you're on The
impression.
Walking Dead and you don't usually sing. Ha ha ha. The one thing I will say about Fallon, though, is his rapport with his announcer guy is great.
I
Who's
have
his
heard-
They
announcer
will
guy?
they will riff, like they'll be doing a bit like the written bit after the monologue, and they will just like have this extended riff.
Who
just
is
between
his,
them.
announcer guy?
He was like one of the head writers of SNL.
Oh, okay.
And
Schmeagol?
no, not Robert
Schmeigol.
Smigel, but
Schmeagol.
It's
but it's
yeah.
kind of a newer version or era of SNL. And he's great. Like their rapport back and forth, I would watch that like just
like
like
a
5 minutes
tuna
of that.
watches out for a bear.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, I would watch Jimmy Fallon talk about video games over Conan's stupid clueless gamer bit.
You don't like
I
that?
don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's great.
I think it's lame as shit.
I
think
like it.
I haven't kept up with it because
Yeah.
I've kept on with it for a while. But some of that stuff, like when he reviewed Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
and he kept on going down that waterfall or whatever and getting stabbed by that piece of wood, and he's like, it still keeps on happening.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
I mean, like,
It's kind of like
I
he's
just like
taking the
Conan's
piss out of
remotes
it a
and
little
stuff.
bit of like
Yeah.
gamers and gaming culture, which I kind of like
Right.
enjoy a little because sometimes people I feel take it too serious.
Yeah,
Sure,
I can enjoy
sure.
that. It just seems like such like a hacky thing of like, oh, I don't understand technology. Whoop.
Yeah, but that's
Sure.
essentially also for old people that do not understand like modern technology
I
and
know-
gaming culture.
I
like
know,
he is
but I
literally
do, and
catering
that's why,
to
like,
like
it
the
bums me out.
38 and up crowd.
I know.
Yeah.
and that's why it bums me out. Like, cause like it doesn't.
It's not for you.
I want to laugh at Conan. And I'm just like,
Right.
I kind of roll my eyes at it. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's funny because it's Conan.
yeah, and like
Also,
Conan,
the Roots.
Roots are a fucking great house band. That's phenomenal. Yeah, that they have them. But yeah, Conan kind of took the torch that Letterman had. Letterman was the anti-talk show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was like,
Yes.
I don't really care about your movie. I want to throw TVs out of a window. And I want to have races down the hallway with office chairs.
And I want to go down and talk to the deli guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
On
make
Main
him
Have him
a
work
star.
at Taco
yeah,
Bell
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
And Conan
Chris Elliott be one of my main writers. Like that.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah,
great.
that was
great.
phenomenal. And Conan just took that and just made it really surreal with Robert Smigel as his head writer and just the weird characters and bits and like Oldie Olsen. That old guy.
remember that.
He was like the oldest guy you could find who could still like walk around, and they'd have him like run with the Olympic torch because like NBC had the Olympics. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're going in now to the running of the Olympic torch. It's coming right by the studio in Manhattan. Let's go down, and it's Oldie Olsen. It's this old man. You can see his ribs. It's like every statue of Jesus on the cross was this guy, and you're like, yeah. It was good old stuff. The old Conan.
Funny how none of us have mentioned Leno because no one likes him.
Fuck
I don't
Leno,
like him. Yeah.
No,
He was
yeah.
never. I didn't think he was very funny at all.
Not at
Yeah.
all. And then now we all agree Conan's better, but when Conan lost that to Leno,
We're upset.
and then Leno gave it to Fallon, correct?
Well,
Like this whole
NBC
They
lineage
just
is
went around.
yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
kind
bull.
of screwed themselves up
Yeah.
with that whole
From what I
deal.
understand, the tragedy of Leno was that when he was an actual like comic, like working in New York, like he was fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. He was like a true crusher.
Right.
And then he like got this thing. He's like, "Yep, I want to go like the total money route." And he it was just like a real disappointment. So
And-
it's not just that he's like lame; it's that he had so much natural talent. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
and he really turned his back on stand-up. Like,
Yeah.
before Leno getting on the Tonight Show would make your career.
Yeah.
It made
With Carson.
Seinfeld
Yeah.
with Carson, yeah. And Leno was a comedian's comedian. People would stick around, hang out in the back of the club to watch Leno's set. He was the guy,
Yeah.
the stand-up guy, and you
all
know,
just
good luck
went
finding
away. Yeah.
stand-up bits on the Tonight Show. They were few and far between, and it really took that out of the Tonight Show as like its legacy, and it was bullshit. Yeah, yeah. So you'd have to go to Letterman or Conan to get like cool stand-up stuff. I'm just mad.
Peter,
I'm just depressed.
Zach Littleman, the Tonight Show host. He wants you and your bagel shop to be a reoccurring bit on the show.
Yeah, he wants that, huh? He's gonna have to pay. You know I don't do this for less than 50 G's.
Well, Zach assumed that it would be a good way to promote your business, and
Look, I know my worth now. I've been talking to an agent.
an agent.
That's right. Tell him, Claire. There is. This guy right
That's
here.
right.
He's
On
been
the scene, Cleverine, the
Cleverine.
bagel shop agent. You ain't getting away with nothing,
That's right. He's been really talking some
big
sense
city
into it.
hustler.
Look, Claire.
Tell him, Claire.
That's right.
Zach
Got you
Littleman.
in my bullseye.
See that? He's got a BB gun, and he ain't afraid to
Pew,
shoot
pew,
it.
pew, pew, pew. That's right. I have
Look.
bionic eyes that shoot safe but very threatening lasers.
You hear that? That's why I hired him.
It singed my eyebrows.
Yeah, that's right. The only man named Claire you ever met. But
Look,
still,
Claire.
you dare laugh at Claire?
This will be a great
Things will not
business
fare well
opportunity
for
for this
you.
bagel shop.
This bagel shop is going to go places with or without you.
You tell him,
Without your
Claire.
midnight show.
You tell him,
That's
Claire.
right.
Zach Littleman, he's gonna come in here.
Oh, is he now? You're gonna call Zach Littlemore?
Zach, I need you in
Zach
here.
Littlemore?
Bring him
Who's gonna
down.
come
Come
in?
on.
Oh,
Yeah, is that the bagel people?
Yeah, I need you.
what you gonna
I
do?
need you. I need you.
that's right.
How about
I
the
need
phone
you
still?
here.
Yeah. All right, I'm coming down. I'm coming down.
Zach, I'm your agent. Pick up the phone.
All right, what seems to be the problem?
Well.
They signed yet?
Yeah, Claire, get him. This is Zach Littleman, and he thinks he's gonna go ahead and take us for nothing.
Now listen, Zach. I just,
Hey, your heads are warm.
That's
That's fantastic.
Oh, Zach, you're much bigger of a man in person than I expected.
You should be on the
to
show
be.
sometime. Hey.
Oh my goodness, Zach.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have an electric personality. Fuck these bagels.
You got electric palms.
Give it to him,
Ooh, yeah,
Zach.
yeah. Yeah, I
No.
think we've got to do a sidekick.
Now,
Eh?
now,
Eh?
Zach, here's the thing. This bagel shop is doing real well.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had a bagel here?
Oh, yeah, I come here all the time. I get a Diet Coke and a bagel every day.
Diet Coke
Every
Yeah, and
day
he always
going to
gets
work,
it for
yeah.
free. He
Oh.
thinks he could just take money out my register.
Oh,
I
he's on
tip
a
good.
diet,
I tip good.
but he's looking out for his health.
Are you jumping ship on me, Claire?
You're just gonna let this
Eh?
poor old TV show host just not have a bagel and a Diet Coke?
He's smoking menthols in my goddamn
Get in the
shop.
Littleman business.
Menthols are
Get 'em,
very
Zach.
serious
It's good.
story.
Wait, get him
I
out.
still got it.
What do I do? No!
We
Damn
cut
you, you
to-
masculine ways! I'm Cleverine!
Cleverly.
I'm Cleverine!
Ah. Fantastic.
Where we gonna He just goes there. He just like holds his head. And see.
I see a theme coming on. Like every-
Cleverine. Oh goodness.
Well,
So, Mr. Matt Joe.
yes.
Let's just let that hang in the air for a while.
Let it sink in, folks.
So how have you been? How's life treating you now? I haven't seen you in I saw you maybe a few months ago.
Wait.
The last time when I went to your place to rehearse Dinner Detective.
That is right. Tito and Phil are both part of a dinner detective series held at the Hotel Sheraton.
That's right.
Where you can
The
see them
Sheraton?
both wine and dine and laugh their way into your hearts as detectives solving a comical murder. That's right. They'll kill you with laughter. That's correct.
So you're doing well, I see.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm I'm still working at a brewery.
Awesome.
And
In Albuquerque?
Yeah, and Marble.
And
You're fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
a brewery in
Yeah.
Albuquerque, New
This is
Mexico.
the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah.
Where? Downtown?
Albuquerque has a
Actually, no, right?
downtown?
Apparently.
What?
Yeah, that's where all the homeless people are. Well, not anymore. They spread
That's
out.
right.
They are
It's a
spread
beer
across,
kitchen.
yeah.
That's
we
right.
actually serve beer from ladles to homeless people.
With the hairnet
it's
and
all
everything.
charity, yeah. And I have a little mustache net that I have to wear, yeah.
I'd like another scoop of IPA, of the Deschutes IPA.
Nah, you've had enough.
Oh, but just a little bit more. It's cold outside.
It's every Tuesday with you.
Bob.
Just one more ladle. What?
Bobathy.
My whole name here.
Bobathy, Timothy.
Thomas.
Bobathy
Michael
and
Thee.
Timothy.
Michael
yes.
Thee.
You started with Bob.
It's Thanksgiving time. I think it's you gotta just,
Thanksgiving
one
is
more.
American holiday.
And I think we should observe the holidays. See, my accent is already
I
going.
think you should observe your accent.
I'm trying, but it's not like it was back in our country, where you have an accent every now and
could
then.
It's
I-
hard not
Or
to
all
call
the time.
attention to it.
Do I get that scoop of IPA or not?
There you go.
Good,
Thank you.
good boy.
Your charity
is and a running thief.
this business into the ground.
The homeless man, me, then walks outside, falls in the street and gets hit by a car and killed.
I guess it didn't matter if I gave him another scoop or not.
No,
That
but
truck
you know
was
what?
gonna kill
That
him.
fella died with a nice warm belly. He died knowing that he could come to this kitchen and he could get anything he wants.
Hi,
who's-
Michael Thee. There's a knocking at the door.
I'll
Hello.
go get it.
My name's Officer Chad McBrunswick.
Oh,
how
are you,
Chad
Chad?
McBrunswick
It's a
coming from
mighty
the
large
cold.
bowling ball you've got at your side there, Chad McBrunswick.
You just come from the lanes, eh?
Yeah, I did.
The team lanes.
Look, that man out there.
Would you like a scoop of lager? or a
got
scoop of
lasers
cider?
for all night
I
for you.
don't.
Uh,
I'm
Michael,
off
Timothy,
duty.
would
Would
When
you
I-
like a whiskey drink?
when I'm off duty, maybe. But right now,
What about a cider drink?
A
Or a
cider.
lager drink?
Get him a hot cider. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
you should
I am
try.
about
Coming
to
right back.
shoot my gun into the ceiling. I'm about to shoot my gun into the
Whoa,
ceiling.
whoa, whoa. Calm
Timothy
down.
walks like a muppet. He does.
Okay.
Michael Thie's in the cellar. What can we do for you?
I just
Chad McBrunswick, ask and you shall receive.
I just tested a man out in the street who has been hit by a car.
What'd you
but
test him for if he was already hit by a car?
I
don't
tested
think
his-
he'd scored very high.
I tested his alcohol content in his blood, and it had your alcohol. The alcohol
Did you dust
from
for
this.
IPA prints in the blood?
Yes.
Bobbathy. Now's not the time for crude jokes.
I don't know.
I can't tell Scottish.
This is a serious matter.
Look at here, officer. We are just good servers, like yourself of the public.
We're
We are
just trying to keep the people.
keep the people well fed, keep
All
them
I'm
all
saying-
liquor up.
If this is linked back to you, and that man died because he was intoxicated, your establishment is getting shut down.
Chad McBrunswick, can't you find it in your Irish heart to give us another chance?
That's right.
Look,
We've all
Your
been
good Catholic heart.
We've all
in your
been-
good Catholic heart of hearts. You've got cockles of your Catholic heart.
maybe we've beaten you in the bowling tournaments a few times. Maybe.
Well, maybe only 12 times in the past year.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, good times, boys.
Those
Good
were-
times.
those
Very
were
good
great
times.
times.
Very good
Aye,
times.
aye,
Oh,
cheers
hey,
to
aye,
that.
Okay,
our
the cop's still here.
He's got a gun.
I shot my gun in the ceiling.
He's got a gun.
You're all coming to the station with me.
He's gonna pay for that hole.
Chad.
You just shot the hole in the
Chad.
ceiling.
I know your mother. I'm good friends with your dear, dear mother,
Don't bring up Theresa.
Chad.
Teresa McBrunswick.
Teresa McBrunswick
Oh.
Brunswick.
is
Oh,
a
good
dear
lady.
friend of mine, Chad.
Dear friend
This
of
has
it's all
nothing to do with
Ah!
I shot my gun again in the ceiling.
Chad, there's two
Come here,
holes in the
there's two
ceiling.
holes in this handcuffs.
Oh,
Click. Clickety.
oh, Chad.
Click.
Oh, Chad.
Chad,
Come
no,
on.
I
what
only
would
got
you-
one of my
Everybody-
hands. The other one's free to drink another pint.
That's
Oh,
fine.
cheers
That's
to
part of
that.
our
Give me
culture.
Thank you, my friend.
Laddie.
Everybody in my carriage.
Chad, it's
What year is this? Here we go, lassie. Clop,
your
clop,
carriage
clop,
is
clop.
pulled by a doggy.
I'll drink
Bless
to
It's
that.
hard times
Have
at the
you-
station. We haven't been getting any funding.
Have you read the
I
new
have to use
Charles
my own
Dickens? It just got in the bookshops.
Okay,
hear
we're at
it's
the
a hot
station.
Okay, Chad, we're at the station. We've done as you asked, and we're here in handcuffs.
What's
in
going
cuffs.
on here, Chadwick?
These three men put alcohol in a homeless man, and then he fell into the street and got hit by a truck.
Oh, they're liable. Then.
And you
That's
put
what I'm
these
saying.
3 men in a dog-sized carriage.
Yeah.
That's a crime of its own.
That's
Hey.
true. Look at these
It
subpar
needs to be
cushions.
dog sized before, so the dog can pull it. If it's horse sized, the dog won't be able to pull the carriage.
Well,
What
that
if
makes sense. I understand.
Yeah.
I'll drink to
No,
that.
I'll
The man
drink
drink
to
to that, laddie.
Shut up, prisoners.
Sorry,
Shut
Judge.
it.
Judge.
Judge, we know your mom too.
Judge McFarlane.
Judge
know
McFarlane.
Oh, Teresa
your mom-
McFarlane.
Teresa McFarlane.
Aye,
I'll
cheers.
drink to
That's
that.
a great
I'll
woman.
drink to
Teresa
that.
McFarlane.
She died this morning.
Oh,
Have they been
Lordy.
like this the whole time?
Yes.
Judge.
All
Chad.
Say another
Dog.
word and I'll plug you right in the
Lassie.
head. Say another word and I'll plug you right in the head.
He said about 3.
Dodge.
Oh, good
Hey,
thing
the
that
ricochet,
grazed
though.
me.
The ricochet.
Right. Yeah, the man's sitting directly to my left. One
Hey.
bullet could have taken us both out.
It was a true bullet right through the head.
That's why I said dodge.
I'm getting wheezy.
I
yo.
remember. I remember
Let
hearing
me
about
get
this
a.
move in the
Let me
so-called
get a
comedy
drink
question
to
mark,
that.
where someone fires a gun at you and you won't go down.
I'll drink to that. Fancy.
Yeah, I remember Wes getting frustrated with me.
You were like a cyborg
I just
fish or
shot
something.
you.
Yeah. You were like, he was like literally on top of you with the gun, like point range. You're just
deflect.
dodging.
Yeah, deflect.
Oh, good times.
good times.
So, I miss doing comedy ? I gotta say, just the mixture of sketch, improv, and long form.
Medium form. As
Medium
it was
form.
dubbed
Sure.
by Alex Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Who first called it medium form?
I don't know.
Is that what he called it? I dig it.
I remember someone was like, it might have been Nando. It was when we were rehearsing for the arcade, and they're like, "What you're doing is not." Oh no, it was Doug.
Oh yeah.
It was Doug. He was like, "You're not doing long form."
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
That's medium.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Doug,
yeah.
medium. Montoya.
You know that's probably true at that point. You know.
Yeah.
But at
good
the end
mix
of
of
comedy
everything. ?
I was having a lot of fun. With
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when
That was
when we did the Christmas sketch, when we did Gay Christmas,
Gay
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
That
And,
was
Funnest. Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds
was
like
so
fun.
much fun.
It was a lot
Like
of
a
fun.
gay Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
it was
Sounds
a
like
big
fun.
gala.
Yes.
Um,
You should have seen Matt Joe. He played the perfect lady / Linda from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, my favorite character.
Yes.
Oh,
no, Linda's great.
oh.
No. Yeah, I do miss the comedy shows with you guys. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
Hopefully
fun
we get
times.
this all back together.
Yes.
I'm just gonna play with the drag.
And reminisce of days gone by.
I miss mom and dad, guys.
Let's not do a scene right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, let's just
Damn it, Scott, you are about to get the biggest hug of your life. Thank you.
I get hives.
let's just let our producer put thought bubbles over all of our heads.
Like pop-up video style. It's like
Oh.
Matt Joe formerly used to be called Joseph Matthews
Joseph Matthews.
Before the accident.
before the accident,
Joseph
which caused his name to just be reversed. That's the only thing that changed it up.
Back when you could find my hat on my ass. I used to be called Joseph Matthews.
There's some great some funkadelic.
I thought I heard the theme song to Big Little Lies, and now it's
like Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, it turns
Some
into the
famous?
Deuce really quick. HBO references. Yeah.
I don't know. So where have you been traveling to? You've been traveling everywhere. Give us a place.
Yeah, I went on a
Excursion.
Yeah, I went on a road trip to New York, but I went to a lot of cities in between here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You'd
My
have
first
to.
time to New Orleans, first time to Asheville, North Carolina.
So you went through the South.
I
went all the way
the South,
The South.
the deep side.
Yeah.
and then I on Christmas I went to go visit my girlfriend's family in Orlando, Florida.
Hey.
I know, Port
I think
Serio.
somebody else was in Florida as well.
Yeah, I
Guilty
remember.
as charged.
I was talking to Wes actually.
Oh.
Were you all fucking in Florida?
No, I was recently in Georgia and Tennessee.
That's not Florida at all.
That's close.
It's
enough.
close to Georgia.
It's the
Florida.
South.
It is the closest.
I
thing
went.
know.
I went with my aunt to go look at like ancient ancestors who were like buried there from my past.
Were they your answer? Okay. they're your
Yeah.
answer.
Just
No,
people's
just
ancestors.
I want to know
Have you ever
by
seen a
the
ancient
first
ancestors.
sweetest bug.
I hear the term ancient and I think like
Ancient aliens.
Mesopotamia.
Yeah, I
Or
think
Egypt.
like,
Not like
No,
from
like,
the
yeah,
50s.
Not from Georgia.
1700s, 1800s.
Oh, like
Yeah.
kind of Civil War.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Okay, just post Civil War era.
Mine are ancient, I think
yeah.
like Mongolian armor.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I didn't
Very
realize
cool.
Tennessee
Where in Georgia
is,
did you go?
we went to Atlanta first, which
Nice.
was pretty cool. And then we drove up
Coca-Cola.
to Tennessee.
Is it based out of Atlanta?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's big Coke country.
Oh,
yeah.
They move a lot of coke. They push a lot of coke.
Yeah,
through
a lot of
Atlanta.
Coke.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why they're so cheerful.
I just thought Tennessee was like an amazingly beautiful place. It's just trees forever.
And you were in the Smoky Mountains.
I guess
like in
it's
East Tennessee.
probably.
Oh, that sounds
It's
Yeah.
That sounds
I've
great.
heard
Yeah.
that's
It was
Are
beautiful.
you? Have you? Before then, what was the farthest that you'd been out of state?
You mean distance?
I guess
In the
terms
South
of,
or-
changing
No, mental.
desert.
Oh,
Like,
so
no,
yeah,
for-
I had been to
Yeah.
New York, so I knew what trees everywhere
Looked
looked like. Trees everywhere.
They're impeding on
New
the
York.
road.
They're encroaching.
Here they come, guys.
It's like that Mark Wahlberg movie.
And to Seattle. So.
No, we're not.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you've had experience that's
With
not
trees.
a desert.
Yes.
Mhm.
Forests.
It's
Cool.
It can get so much better than a desert.
Where else?
Yeah.
Where else did you go in Georgia?
Just
Start out in Atlanta.
yeah, we're only there for a week.
That was
But-
for the
For the Walking
Comic-Con festival.
Yeah. Oh
thing
yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
you're
We
doing.
did
yeah.
the Walking Dead Comic-Con thing or
Cool.
whatever.
He's never seen Walking Dead.
Oh, so it's kind of lost on you? You're
No,
just
no.
surrounded
I've
by...
seen up to season 5. I think.
Okay, so you're versed.
So I knew who the humans were walking around, and you're supposed
Yeah.
to take pictures with them.
Was there like a bunch of aliens?
They walk kind of like zombies.
Was there a bunch of zombies walking
Like
around that you could just take
jive
pictures with?
Yeah, yes.
Hey, they walk like John Travolta from Grease zombies.
It's a dystopian society, all right. Hey.
But it's like you have to
All
go
the
to those
supermarkets
things
are
like,
closed.
ready to spend cash.
Yeah,
Because like
about it.
it's just like
I'm great.
it's
you
like
know.
$40 or something for a
God.
photo, right?
yeah, or like a
Take a
soda.
picture and a soda. Jesus.
Here's your $40 soda.
What?
Thanks, Mean Joe.
They charge more for Coca-Cola in the land of Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
It's scarce here.
Listen, it's pure.
God.
Doesn't matter.
Colombia is
Pure
totally
cut
different.
Pure,
Coca-Cola.
man.
Yeah. In Colombia, it's a lot cheaper.
Coke.
Yeah.
Coke.
You get the purest thing ever.
The Coca?
Yeah. Oh, and I saw a turtle in Tennessee, so that's my story.
Wow,
What's happened to you guys? What did you guys
Talk
do?
about burying the lead.
Oh, well, there it goes.
Why didn't you start with that?
I saw a turtle.
I like turtles.
I almost stepped on it.
Was it like
It was a
tiny
camouflage
Was it
turtle.
like
Oh,
Was it
It was
a
like this
ninja
big.
turtle?
It was like this big.
Was it camouflage like it was just like growing like grass?
Was it?
Back like a ghillie suit?
Uh-huh.
Was it teenaged and mutant?
Yeah, he was eating a piece of pizza,
Was it?
and there was this little like rat training him. How to,
Like
that would
Tennessee or
blow my
Georgia.
mind if I saw that. It like a rat, just like
just
near
next
a
to a turtle.
Yeah.
near a
Is it
turtle
not?
would blow my
pizza.
fucking
Yeah,
mind.
No, so real quick, this actually happened to me. Wes, I think I might have told you this story. So when I was a little kid, I had a pet turtle amongst a whole bunch of other pets. And one day, so I also had a pet rat. And I think the pet rat got into the turtle cage because one day the turtle didn't have any feet. Like, and I'm not kidding. Its nails, its feet were gone.
That's
I think
horrifying.
I know. Speaking of rats,
Horrifying.
I'm pretty sure the rat
He did
ate
not-
the turtle's feet, like because the turtle pulled into its shell.
and there was
but its
nothing it could do.
Yeah.
toes
Right?
Yeah,
were
yeah.
still sticking out. And it was like,
Stuck
I'm a
in the-
turtle. This is what I do. I'm stuck. And so the rat was just like, cool, like a little
free
4-foot
lunch.
buffet.
Yeah,
And
4-foot buffet.
and so then this was weeks afterwards. I remember feeling
If this
horrible
isn't
for
a
the turtle.
perfect
and
metaphor
I
for what's
wanted
going
it-
on in Hollywood right now, I don't know what is.
Let that sink
So
in,
when
Twitch.
I was a kid, when I was a kid, I felt so bad for this turtle that I took it outside, and I just and
Threw it
I
against a
just
tree
I
and-
sat on it. No,
I took a giant rock.
I Mario Brothers did, and I sat on it.
And I earned 5 coins.
and no, and I put the turtle outside, and I was like, I'm gonna go inside and get a soda because I'm 12.
You're a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went back out, and the turtle ran away with no feet.
He scurried away.
I swear to God, the turtle disappeared.
It was
The-
playing
the
possum
turtle-
the whole time.
I swear
with
to
his
God, the
feet?
turtle with no feet ran away
Wow.
in my own backyard.
There has to be some.
Was it the
Maybe
same
it was
guy?
like a
Crazy
giant, like
yeah.
bird or something.
No. It was like the rat ate the turtle's feet, and like a few weeks later, I took the turtle outside.
Oh,
'cause I was like,
so he
needs some air.
Did it grow over the parts
Well, it
that were?
just, like,
little,
it just
like,
had
scab
nubs
nubs?
after
Just
that.
had
It just had
nubs?
like it would just like when turtles push their feet out and then
Yeah.
they lift up, it just pushed its nubs out, and that was it.
So you saw the bloody stumps that he...
Did you find
that's
a
awful.
trail of turtle blood leading
There
to
was
the
no
forest?
trail. Trust me, if there was a trail leading to the slowly getting away turtle with no feet, I think I would have found it.
This sounds-
I did not find it.
This sounds like DreamWorks meets Eli Roth.
Hostile animated edition or something.
I wonder why
The Ninja Turtles
I wonder
meet
why
hostile.
the rat would do that.
Probably because it was hungry.
I fed it.
Mm-hmm.
I fed
Yeah,
the rat.
But
They're
Apparently
He
not.
fed the
What
rat.
he really wanted. He really wanted turtle
omnivorous.
turtle limbs.
I mean, look, I can't give Matcher the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't sound like he was the best owner. He let the cage just be open.
Someone's rent just went up.
Oh, all right, baby turtles. You must listen to your master. Enough of this fooling around. It's time to focus and get back with your training.
why can't we just watch TV, Coach?
Righteous tubular.
Roger Tello and Leonardus. You two settle down right now, or I'm taking away your Xbox.
We're just pulling your leg, Coach.
Quit calling me coach. I want you to call me master.
Can I call you Dad since mine left me?
Look, I don't need to.
Is that
Don't
our
wanna
origin
re-explain-
story?
Look, I don't want to re-explain this, okay?
Why can't you be my dad, Coach?
I do not want to be your dad because I ate your father's feet.
I heard that in the shower, bros.
Michael Thee, if you don't put down that goddamn fidget spinner, I swear to God, I'm gonna eat your feet.
That's
too.
it. That's his
Coach.
weapon, though. He uses fidget spinners against the foot.
You've been training him for that for hours now.
But it
Wait
was
a minute,
supposed to lead
Coach.
to the chucks. Yes.
This whole time we were trying to find the man who killed our father.
And it was
you!
It was you.
Fidget spinner throw.
All right, turtles. It looks like you've discovered my secret, and I was training you to kick my ass, but it looks like.
Karate!
I'm on my back, bros.
Stomp on his head.
Curtain Mountain now, curb stomp.
Oh no, Michael Thee!
No. That's right. And if you want to avenge Michael Thie's death, why did I take on your accents?
Who's the master now?
Leonardus revenges.
My good limb! He's hitting me in the head with his wimpy bat!
Now we must feed on his corpse.
This got
That's
very
what he
dark,
taught
Turtles!
us.
All right, Bo Cephas.
Well, I haven't said much yet, so I guess now you know how I talk.
The one from the South Pipes. The south end of the sewer.
Scene on that.
It's time. All right, we'll go ahead and call it right there. Thank you so much for tuning into Improv Bagel. I've been your host, Phil. Stay tuned for The Burnt Bagel coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1
minutes.
Oh, hello everyone. Back there. We're back.
We're back.
With the burnt bagel, and I got my co-host back.
Hi.
Hey, Dylan.
You guys found a better version of me? Is that what happened?
It's kind of.
I'm glad
We didn't want to talk about it on the pod, but we were gonna do it at ConJucon.
Let's just do it now.
2008.
Let's just do it now. It's okay. So, what is it that he has that I don't?
A place that is holding Tito. A home, a living environment for Tito.
I feel like everybody's lived with this guy except for me. So
I've never lived with
I
him.
haven't lived
He
with
hasn't
him.
lived with them.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
There's
have
just
him
two people.
live here.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah. He's
So he's a member of Color Circuit now.
Is
He a founding member of Color Circuit?
Yeah, he could be part of the new. What was it? Controller Alt Delete.
Yeah.
Or,
Is that the
That's
only
a-
time he's been here, Tito?
Yes.
Rotating
Okay, yeah.
guest.
Control Alt Delete. That was a good one.
It was.
Some Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Yes. That game is evergreen.
Huh.
I tried playing with my brother, but I've never played it with just two people. It was definitely less fun.
Is your brother funny?
He's great. He's super
Okay,
funny.
cool.
He's funnier than me. But he did love him some Nidhogg. And we played Nidhogg too.
I miss
Dude, I
Nidhogg.
could
I want to
play
play
it.
Nidhogg.
I could play Nidhogg all night long.
Yeah.
That's like
fun.
I went back to watch that
one again?
fight several times.
It was so much fun. Yeah, I just
perfect,
remember.
like the back and
Yeah,
forth.
just
And
like
we were on the
yeah.
clouds, and then
Yeah,
like,
I was
like,
just gonna
fall.
say. Yeah. It's like finally I got it, and then I'd fall, and then you'd be like yes, and then you'd fall, or
was-
you'd karate kick. Yeah,
I've
that was
never
awesome.
had such an adrenaline rush.
My brother was getting like you were with Rocket League. Like my brother, I played like, let's see, like realistically, maybe 100 matches of Nidhogg over the course of a couple days.
Yeah.
Like we'd stay up till 1 or 2 a.m. and he could not beat me.
Really?
Like,
At Nidhogg?
yes. Yeah. He's
You
actually
did
pretty
not
good.
like even like help him like get better. You're just like
Fuck. you.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
tough love. man.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
So
Wait, is he older
I
or
wouldn't just
younger?
crush though because I would let. No, he's 10 years older than me.
Okay, yeah, then, yeah.
But I would
Don't
like
take
let
it
him
easy on
get
it.
like pretty close to the end.
and just like run him through.
Yeah.
You
Well,
give
the
him
best
just a
was- the
little
best
bit of
is just
hope.
Standing there.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best
Okay,
is just
making sure.
standing there and watching people run into the sword.
Oh, that is
yeah,
that
and they
feels
don't, like,
just
realize.
fun.
down,
Yeah.
forward and backward. It's a lot of fun.
You know what game I just got for my 3DS?
What's that?
Yes, my 3DS.
Ooh,
I got a new game
Zelda,
for-
Link Between Worlds.
No, I do have
Damn
that.
it.
I've
Oh,
already beat that
God.
one. It
Oh,
was
I wanna play it so
that one
bad.
was fun. I've just finished Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
For 3DS.
Yeah.
Have you
I
played it
just never.
before?
I played it a long time ago, but this is I think the first time I even beat it. Really.
So, how did it feel? I guess I'm curious.
Towards the end, I was just a little like, okay, let's.
Are you
let's
talking about the
along.
Get
Shadow
through it.
Temple?
Yeah, it might have been the one where you're climbing up the tower or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Yeah, that one.
Wait,
when you're
what-
getting
what-
to the
what-
main
you're
villain, I
talking
don't
about
remember.
like the final boss. Ganon's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ganon's
Ganon's,
Ganondorf.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one I was a little like, okay, I'm kind of ready for this to end. But
Yeah.
it was still fun. I'm glad it just took me forever because I just kept like there'd be like a few levels I'd get stumped on, and rather than look it up or even just go
Like,
through it,
you
I just
power
would
through.
yeah,
Old
I wouldn't.
school,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
did power through it, and then I just bought a new Zelda game. Majora's Mask.
Majora's
Breath
Mask.
of the 3DS.
I want that so bad.
Yeah. That's the first time I'm playing Majora's Mask is on the 3DS. I've
Really?
never played
Where are
it.
you?
Never.
Where are you?
Very early on. I've actually started other Zelda games, not to mention Breath of the Wild, but I actually went back and bought Zelda 2 for the Nintendo on the
wow.
Nintendo.
Nice, guys.
That's and because I remember that game, I had it on the original Nintendo, and
Yeah.
it was the early days of save states.
Wasn't
on,
it
on-
side scroller?
It was,
it
yeah.
was.
You had an overworld map, but whenever you went into like a level
Yeah.
or a world, it was side scrolling.
Yeah.
And it was the early days of save states, so there was like a little battery in
Yeah.
the cartridge, and it broke. And then we got a new copy of the game, and that broke too. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll never play this."
Yeah.
Not until emulators years later would
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually get to like
You can save it in
Fortress
the cloud.
4
Yeah,
on Zelda. So now
That's supposed to
playing
be
it.
a brutal Zelda game. Like I remember my best friend telling me about how you get deep enough and there are like enemies, or at least a enemy, that if you die to it, like you lose a level.
yeah, it's
I've never-
it's
Like, that's
really
brutal.
Yeah, I've never
In
played
an
either, but I have heard.
RPG for
Yeah.
an enemy to be able to like remove a level
Yeah,
from you.
that's fucked
is
up. Yeah.
nuts.
I've
No,
never
yeah.
heard
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah. It's tough, and it's like an adventure game or like a Simon's Quest game
Yeah.
where you have lives. You have 3 lives, and you just get bumped back to the beginning, and you have to go through the whole map again to get to where you were. It's,
And kind of like
Seeing
Nidhogg,
those,
you had like a high and a low. You didn't have 3 levels, but you had 2
yeah,
levels
you could
for your
jump in,
sword.
step, and then you'd have to learn how to do
Yeah.
an upward thrust and a downward thrust from different people in different towns
Still,
and stuff.
though,
and stuff like that.
Don't be like cheating on Zelda with other Zelda. Like
I am
pick a
currently
Zelda and
playing-
stick to it. God, I hate
At least 3 Zelda games right now.
That's why he's
Majora's
on a
Mask.
fruitless
Majora's
journey.
Mask.
Breath of the Wild.
And Link Between Worlds, actually. Yeah, I borrowed it from a friend.
What's kind of cool is that like you have 3 very different generations.
Yeah.
And like just play styles also.
Yes.
Right? Like the
Yeah,
power-
really.
Yeah.
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 Is it just me,
You
or
really get
sometimes
the
I
breadth of the
feel
wild.
like all Zeldas are kind of the same? Like
Not,
they very
not
follow.
like the top-down 2D ones.
Oh yeah,
No,
Yeah,
but like
no,
even
no,
then,
like
yes. No, yes, absolutely.
like I don't know. Sometimes I do. That's why
There's
I
the one
really
with the
enjoyed
4 swords,
Spirit
I think
Tracks.
that's top-down.
Spirit Tracks was fun because
And that's
it
a puzzle
wasn't
game.
exactly
They're all
the
puzzle
same
games.
thing,
Right.
as like Link's Between Worlds or
Right.
Twilight Princess or anything
And that
like
that was one I didn't play. That was a 3D or a DS,
A DS,
one. Right?
yeah.
What was the first DS Zelda?
Phantom
It
game?
was
Hourglass.
Phantom Hour. Yeah,
Okay, I
it was
played
on
that
boats.
one. Yeah, I remember.
And then I got
that.
the one with the
I'm
trains.
on a boat.
I'm on a
Yes,
boat.
That's where Lonely Island got
Trains?
the inspiration. Yes, your Zelda or your Link on a train trying to save Zelda.
Did
And
you
you go
guys-
and get things stamped.
Did you hear what one of the writers for the Zelda games said that pissed a lot of people off?
What's up?
That Zelda
I think I know what you're going with
is
this.
Piece of shit.
Zelda is the main character. Not that Zelda's the princess, but Zelda is the person in green that you are playing as.
Excuse me.
That's what she said.
That's and
Wait, wait a second.
I heard that
Wait,
story,
She
but
said unequivocally, this is it. She's like, we wouldn't name a game off after a princess that
You don't play
you
as.
never see
Yeah.
or play as, or rarely see,
But-
rather.
but in every like
It's Princess
cartoon-
Zelda, and your name is Link. I don't understand.
what she
I don't
said,
understand where the
and
logic
I feel
is.
like-
And I
drunk.
agree
how does
with
that
her.
make sense?
Could this just be like a translation error, perhaps?
Nope.
yeah.
It's canon
No,
now.
It was, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the
It's
person that said
canon.
it
But
was-
why
was in
why
English.
does that doesn't make any sense though? Because in the game,
Let me find out. Let me
That's
find out
like
what she
saying
said.
the dog is actually called Garfield. The cat is Odie.
Right.
Like it's the equivalent of that. Or like
Yeah.
John's
Oh,
Garfield.
really?
in the actual game, it's
be
like
called
I
Odie?
have to find Princess Zelda. I
So
have
it'd be
to
like
save
it'd
Princess
be
Zelda.
called lasagna because Garfield's always trying to find lasagna.
Princess Lasagna.
Princess
Oh, yeah.
lasagna.
Garfield
So
was
there you go.
lasagna the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah,
Garfield
there we
was
go.
lasagna the whole time. I like that one.
Yeah, I
Better.
know the story you're talking about. I didn't read the in depth of it, but
Yeah, I'm
it makes
very
no
curious. Please
sense
pull this up.
because
because it's dumb.
in all of the
Sorry,
games,
guys. I agree
it's-
with that 100%. Though.
maybe in the like
Because it
Japanese
pisses you
version,
nerds off
it's
so much.
reversed or something.
That's true. Have you guys ever? Wait, did you guys ever see when I like a long time ago? I think it was an April Fool's prank, but they pulled where they were going to put Link in modern times, and his horse was actually going to be a motorcycle, and he was going to be like in a city or
Was
something,
this
and it
like-
looked like
No.
incredible.
Sounds-
What's up?
Is this like an April Fool's?
It was like
I
an
think
IGN
it was, but I can never
thing or
find it
something.
again. But like,
There was an IGN.
Sounds like some Final Fantasy.
They
15
made
shit.
IGN
looked
made
like-
a
yeah.
a movie trailer
was
for
really
Zelda,
good.
and
Is
everyone
that
was
what
like,
it was?
"Why can't they make this movie?"
It
And it
was
was an
really-
April Fool's joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
good. I've always thought because of how Guillermo del Toro goes about his like visual style, I thought he would be the perfect pick for
for
a Zelda.
for like
Mm.
a Zelda that would not be saccharine and fluffy.
Right, like
Right.
watch Pan's Labyrinth, and you'll see like this is
Oh
what
yeah,
I think Zelda.
Pan's
should,
Labyrinth is
yeah.
fucking.
it's
we
really
should
good.
look like.
But I'm going to say something.
I can't
It
find
might be a bit controversial, but I really did enjoy the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, the Bob
When,
Hoskins,
Bob Hoskins
John
and
Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
I
Even
remember-
though
I
it
remember
was
small
god-awful,
snippets.
and it was
Yeah,
nowhere
I-
near the source material.
I would
I
would
enjoyed
like
it.
to see it now because I saw it when I was a kid and I
Oh,
don't
okay. Oh,
remember
you never
much.
rewatched it or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
It's like my top 5.
No kidding.
No, but I am kidding. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yoshi made a
You
cameo
should
in
maybe-
it, and
yes, and he was
um,
just a velociraptor.
yeah,
just
and
a tiny
Dennis
one.
Hopper
You
was.
should maybe do
Koopa
that
and-
for
Down
for
in
your
front.
down
And
in
now
front.
that
I
would
think you
be a
guys
good
would
down in
enjoy
front,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Because you'll
Huh.
see like it's this large black woman who plays what's the puffer Big Bertha the pufferfish. That's her.
What?
Wow, I don't remember that at all. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that in the game?
That's in the game. Yeah, the little pufferfish that's always in the water
Oh,
chasing
yes,
you.
yes, yes.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Not Cheap, but I can't remember. I think it's Big Mama or Big Bertha or something
You know,
like that.
one of my favorite characters, which you only see, I think, once in the entire series, is Mario Brothers 2. Pink dinosaur with a
Birdo.
whole mouth.
Birdo.
Oh yeah,
She shoots
Birdo.
air
Yeah.
out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she show up anywhere else in the Mario world?
No.
She
None of
doesn't
those
even have
enemies
a-
in
she
that
doesn't
game.
have a
Story
cart,
is
does she?
behind Mario 2. Do you know what the story is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
And we're not
For
going to
those
tell
who
you.
don't, because I don't.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I do.
So
Tell me.
Mario 2. So first off, they made the original Super Mario Brothers.
Right.
And they made a sequel to it, but they deemed that it was too difficult for American audiences.
Right.
It was eventually released as Super Mario: The Lost Levels.
For the Super
If
Nintendo.
you haven't,
Or didn't they do it All Star?
Yeah, they did it on.
It was a
All-Star.
part of that
Oh, they
package.
did? Okay,
yeah.
they had-
It's part
Yeah.
of that package where
Yeah.
there were like poison mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
I beat that. That shit was brutal.
It is
That shit
hard.
was hard
Yeah,
as shit.
yeah.
But they made a game in Japan called, what was it, Doki Doki or
Something like that, and it was the mechanic of there are 4 playable characters. One floats, one jumps like that, and they just put like you're Princess Peach, you're Luigi, you're Toad.
To sell this game in the U.S., they just
Yeah.
like reskinned it as a Mario game,
Oh.
and that is what Mario 2 is, and that's why it has a different look, a different feel, completely different mechanics.
Bowser isn't
Dude,
in
it
it.
doesn't seem like they follow like that's not part of the canon, so to speak,
I
of
think-
Mario
I think
because
it kind of is now because like
Yeah.
Shy Guys came from there.
Right.
Oh, is
And, like,
that? Oh,
Peach's
yeah.
ability to float, which is now in Super Smash Brothers.
And
Yeah.
and Luigi's jump kind of has been used in other
Yeah.
games
But
as
it's
well.
a very unusual thing.
That's fun though. I really
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
those mechanics.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, and I feel like those are like
You had the potions that made the doors, and
Doors,
you went to like the
yeah.
underworld or whatever. Yeah,
like
it was,
a weird. It was like a weird.
It was
It almost
neat.
feels like Dark Mario.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
a
an
weird-
upside down Mario.
Upside
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
Stranger
it's very
Things,
unusual.
Mario
It's a very unusual
things.
Mario.
and if you beat the game, you'll find out that he was dreaming the game the whole time.
Oh, I remember hearing
really?
about that.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
hearing
Oh,
about
you-
that.
Like Link's
Yeah.
Awakening.
Yeah, like they do the whole credits where they like do the cast of characters, and the whole time you're seeing Mario sleeping.
Oh, I remember that.
And
now.
then
Yes.
Yeah.
it does like the end, and he kind of wakes up for a bit, and then he goes back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind
Didn't they say like isn't there like I don't know if it's a creepy pasta or something like that for Mario 3 that it turns out it's been a play.
it was a play.
the entire
Oh,
time
yeah,
because
that-
like at the
that
end
does-
the
It-
curtain yeah
Because when you turn on the game, the curtains go up.
Yeah.
and then when you beat
At
the
the-
game, the
yeah.
curtains go
That's
down.
kind
Yeah.
of a subtle thing, and plus all the pieces, like you can go behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah.
Like, that is.
It's interesting to
this
think about,
novel,
yeah.
brilliant like layer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
that is just there.
Mario has layers.
Much like an onion.
Or a parfait.
Mario
Or a
has
parfait.
layers.
I like parfaits.
Has anyone played Oddworld?
Oh, I
That's
love
like
Oddworld.
one. That is probably
Abe's
one of my
Odyssey.
top. Abe's Odyssey was like the
Yes.
first
Just
game I had for
remember
PlayStation.
it's a weird
I love
alien
it.
cover, right?
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
from
there's
it.
like
And you have to
there's,
save
like Stranger's Wrath,
the
Munch's Odyssey.
Yeah.
What does
Yeah.
it play like?
It's like a side. Well,
it's a lot like
first
like
one
the original
is like a
computer Prince of
platform.
Persia,
yeah.
where you're like running, holding on to
Yeah.
things, pulling yourself up, that sort of
I
stuff.
It's so
adored
good,
that
but you
game,
have like
man.
they have
Yeah.
like voice mechanics, so like you have to get all the other slave Mudokons. It's a very dark game, and I got
Yeah,
it when I was
because
like
Slave Mudokons?
these
Just the
Mudokons are you find out
Mudokan!
Mudokons.
Mudok.
You find out that
Hey,
they're
Cassidy.
going to be used for a
Every one of them
new.
Mudok.
Hey, here you go, buddy. Slide.
Split it into two.
And scene. And you find out that you're going to be used as a new food product for this giant corporation you're working for.
Yeah.
So the whole mission of the
Rupture.
game is to
Rupture
break out of the
files.
factory, save all your Mudokan friends, and then destroy this giant company and
This
stuff.
like
and-
big factory. It's like really. It has like a weird like message of like big corporations,
right,
And, like,
and like
extinction,
the environment,
and environmental stuff
yeah.
like that. But it has like and slavery, which I don't know why we still got to talk about that. But yeah, it's
Has
like
anybody
it's a lot of fun. I
Mr.
love the game.
Robot?
No, I have not.
It's been around now for a while. Like
What
a
is
couple
it,
seasons,
like,
like 15,
yeah.
and there's been hype about it for 3
It's
years now.
Just a TV show, or
It's a
like
TV
yeah.
show on
USA?
USA.
Some,
It's on
random.
Oh,
USA,
wow.
which
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Robot,
I've heard that it's fantastic.
and so I started watching Handmaid's.
Main guy's
hey,
gonna be
Vitamin
Freddie
DC is not
Mercury.
a scoundrel. Yay!
Woo!
Hi.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's that mean? Scoundrel.
Means they subscribe.
Follower.
A follower.
Oh, follower.
Awesome.
It's not the big commitment subscribing is.
Yeah. He'll
But
commit.
it is.
He'll commit sometime.
I don't see no rings on this finger.
Yeah. But
Mr. Happy?
what was I watching? I was watching
Mr.
You said Handmaid's Tale? You were watching Handmaid's Tale?
I've been going through like a lot of TV shows recently. No, I started watching Big Little Lies, and then I didn't.
Mr.
I didn't-
Robot.
I didn't.
Mr.
catch it.
Robot, yeah.
I didn't catch it. It didn't catch me. So I started watching Mr. Robot, and so now Jessica and I are watching those like concurrently. And then
Parallel?
together we're in parallel, and now together we're kind of watching Handmaid's Tale. Is that
Okay.
what it's called?
The Handmaid's Tale, yeah.
Yeah. I'm mixing it up because there was a movie that came
Handmaidens.
out, The Handmaiden.
Uh-huh.
A Korean film is very good.
Okay.
Anyways,
Nice.
Mr. Robot though, you guys have to watch this. If you like Dexter,
I do.
it is basically Dexter mixed with
Fight Club.
kind of the storyline of or rather the character. Yeah, and kind of the storyline of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is one of my favorite books.
What?
series.
Oh, I like that.
You,
Yeah.
you read the book series?
I've read them all except for the last two, which weren't by the original author.
Yeah, I haven't done that either.
Anyways, it is Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
Like no doubt.
Like
and that-
Mr. Robot is just killing people for justice
basically.
Nice.
For
Killing
justice.
in a stealthy way.
Does he have a dark
vigilante
passenger?
though, for sure.
Okay.
And he has a dark.
Yeah, he does have a
is-
dark. Oh, that's
is
interesting.
he a
Yeah,
robot?
I was
And
just
he's
fucking around. Yeah.
narrating the whole time.
Nice.
He kind of has the same cadence as Michael C. Hall does as Dexter.
Yeah.
And
Blood never lies,
and
Deb.
he like this. I was like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, wow, blatant ripoff. But
Yeah.
I'm okay with it because it's that good.
Ah.
And in some ways, like moves much faster. And I was a little bit. I've been thinking a lot more about pacing in film and television recently.
Right.
I
The
watched
first season won some awards from some places for being like best new show of the year.
Very, very
Nice.
good. I'm not even done first
And it's
season.
on the
And at the end
USA.
of every season, I'm like, oh, or every episode, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But this is the part where I realized, like, wow, kind of a blatant ripoff. You know how Dexter has his slides?
Yeah.
Mr. Robot
Mr.
has-
Robot. Well, you'll find out that Mr. Robot is not him, kind of. He has CDs.
Oh,
It's
nice.
it's the same exact thing.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
He has CDs, and he puts it in the big giant CD sleeve case, and he throws that under his bed. And that's his equivalent of
Of the blood slides.
Ah,
That's
okay.
interesting.
Okay,
That's
like
his
I am.
trope.
I'd be interested to see their take on that. That does
Yeah.
sound like
Yeah,
something
Yeah,
to check
and again,
out.
I've been thinking about pacing a lot recently because I was like, this is moving a little fast. But
Yeah.
then I realized, like, oh, it's totally worth it because the end of every episode really pays off. But I was thinking about that more recently. I watched Lethal Weapon. Have you guys seen that?
no.
God, not in.
Wait, are you talking about
Is
the
that Mel
the
Gibson,
Movie,
right?
not the new TV show.
Mel Gibson, right?
Mel Gibson.
Mel
yeah.
Gibson, Danny
Not
Glover.
in
Yeah.
forever.
And
Yeah.
that movie's like real. Like they're like they hate each other right away.
Yeah.
They don't even know each, and then they love each other right away.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a little wonky.
Yeah.
And there was a point in the movie where he says, where Mel Gibson's on fire and
Yeah.
Danny Glover's trying to like put him out.
Yeah.
He's like doing this. And then Mel Gibson's like getting off the gun. He's like, "What do you get? What does he say? He's like, "What are you doing? What are you, a fag?" And he's like trying to get him off, of him, and he doesn't
like-
realize he's on fire. I'm like, "Wow, that's not something we would say." Today.
1980,
Yeah.
whenever this was
Yeah,
made.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
checked. I
Back
was
when
like,
comedy was free.
Yeah, I could say whatever I want.
God.
yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Phil.
What is?
Phil.
What is?
What is
Probably
Michelle?
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching now.
Okay.
Do you watch it? Do you watch it, Michelle?
She probably does. I've been watching a lot of silent movies because at work I can have YouTube up, but I don't have headphones. I'm not allowed to turn on the sound, so I've been watching a lot of Charlie Chaplin stuff.
Really?
Wow,
that's
an
pretty cool.
interesting
Yeah,
way
I like it.
You could also watch things with like closed captions.
Yeah, that's what I discovered. But I do like watching like the old ones. It's like it forces me to watch them because it's like, that's on my list to watch, like The General with Buster Keaton and all these old ones.
wow.
But this
Yeah.
is like, okay, I'm kind of forced to just.
Do you
bear
like
with
any
so.
of it?
I do actually. They're really fascinating, like the way that his movements were,
yeah.
and like the little bits that they do.
He's basically like the first comedian on screen, right?
No, I would not say the first. He's one of the most famous.
Yeah, and I
Well,
mean, he was a
like
director, writer.
physical
He was
comedy. He
yeah.
might have. I don't know. Well, who's before that then
So
on
there's
film?
one who I think, I don't know if it was earlier, but it was at least a contemporary that people don't know as well anymore. He did a
I think I might know who you're
Harold
talking about.
Lloyd. He did a
Yeah,
thing called
I think you're right.
Time's
Yeah.
Up, which Aaron Mastriani,
Yeah.
he lent me. He's like, this is some stuff.
Yeah.
This is some silent comedy. That's
Here's some
incredible.
stuff.
Someone
And, like,
in
you
a
trust
po-
what he gives you.
Yeah.
Someone in a podcast just mentioned that guy.
So
it's a
what's-
famous
Yeah,
thing with the
Harry
clock.
Lo- Yeah, that's his big bit.
Which
Yeah.
you need to
Yeah.
watch this film. This film, like the commitment to comedy, like brought tears to my eyes.
Huh.
Yeah.
This film is so goddamn.
You
good.
need to watch.
Huh.
There's something on
They're
YouTube.
Like a film back then was what, 30 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 to 45 minutes, but like the
The
thing
life
is,
expectancy was only like 27,
Yeah.
so they had to.
They
They didn't have much time.
That was how they decided the length of the film.
Yeah.
is based
30
on that-
minutes!
Yeah, they're like
how
there's a
long a
ratio.
life is.
And then I got to go to a funeral.
You need to watch. You need to watch. It's on
So you're
It's
saying
the
YouTube.
20s.
In 100 years, films will be like 5 hours long.
We will have the time.
Yeah, you need to watch. It's on YouTube. It's called Every Frame a Portrait or Every Frame a Picture. And it's like there's one with Buster Keaton, and they talked about like his style and stuff like that, like how he really like if he would just look at it from the point of view of the camera, and he would just have all the action centered around that, even if it logically didn't make sense how the bit worked.
Yeah.
It just was so visually stunning to watch. And if he couldn't like nail a take, if he couldn't like nail a stunt in one take, he would get rid of it.
Really?
He'd be like, it's not
Wow.
possible, so I'm not going to do
Huh.
it. So.
Damn.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy was pretty great
I
too.
find that stuff fascinating.
Hey
I-
guys, don't read it. A popular saying variously quoted by generally attributed to Ed Wynn talks about the distinction between a comic and a comedian. What is it?
a co-
A comic and a comedian.
It's like this is
A
like
comic-
this is like a 7-word sentence.
Uh-huh.
a com-
Bunch of dicks in the fucking room.
Yeah, it's not a
Dick.
haiku.
No, I don't know. Oh yeah, that is so good. Yeah,
Edwin, the
between-
great philosopher.
yeah.
a comic
great
has original
haikuist.
material.
A comedian that
or
uses
it's-
his body. I don't know.
A comedian is it's funny how he says it. Or
Yes, it has something to do
a
with that.
comedian's funny how he says it. A comic says funny things.
Wow, that's almost exactly it. Yeah, a comic. Did you make that up
Whoa.
in your head right now?
No,
Okay.
I'd heard a similar phrase. Before.
Yeah. Okay. Ed Wynn. A comic says funny things. A comedian says things funny.
Yes.
Oh,
That's interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Same thing.
I feel like yeah, but-
Fuck you, Edwin.
So yeah,
you're dead.
fuck you. Yeah, that's why you're dead. If you're so goddamn funny, laugh your way out of hell.
You're so smart. You didn't survive death.
Yeah.
Laugh your way out.
I can't read that name, guys.
Krusty Krabs is unfair. Krusty Krab is in there,
J.D.
staring at the
Man the
concession, plotting his oppression. I love that. Sorry.
Is that a song?
It's from,
It's from
Krusty Krab. It's from
SpongeBob,
SpongeBob.
yeah.
I love SpongeBob.
Krusty Krab the
J.D.
show.
Who put
Man
you
the
on the
Epic.
planet?
All right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Who said that?
Edwin.
Ed Wynn. Do you guys consider yourselves comics or comedians or neither or?
I've been told that I don't. A friend of mine said I don't say funny things, but I say things funny.
Okay.
So what does that
Whatever-
make you?
whatever
A
that-
comedian,
I-
right?
Comedian, then,
I
according
guess
this.
to that dead
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I would like to be a
Comedian.
comic, but I think I'm more a comedian.
Oh, so we're deciding which one we are. Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
I'm just saying what I was
Why
told
would we be able to
from
choose?
somebody.
Why would
Like,
you?
or I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
somebody tell me what I am because I
I'm
guess I
asking you,
don't
like
have
to
a.
like
like who in-
self-describe.
Right.
Like for instance, I remember when I first started doing stand-up about a year ago. I was talking to your girlfriend about it, Elena, and I can't remember if she said this or Sarah Kennedy said this, but like as soon as you, they were echoing Seinfeld, I guess, who said, if as soon as you say something on stage that is with the intention of making somebody laugh, then you are a comedian. Or you're
You're a comic.
You're a
Yeah.
comic. You're a comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Or at
probably
least
Sarah
you
Kennedy.
should.
That's
yeah.
Sarah Kennedy.
Sorry. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys about this weird Frank Lloyd movie? This
Absolutely.
Frank Lloyd movie?
Yeah.
First off, like he was a contemporary of Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, but he's not well remembered as well because they made their careers and then like the age of television started happening, and so they wanted to like take people's movies and trim them down to make them work on the TV. Make them fit into
Shorts
a runtime.
Yeah.
Hello,
And so,
Bear Explosion.
Buster Keaton
Bear Explosion.
and Chaplin were fine with that. and Harold Lloyd wasn't, because he was like, no, it's like it's an art, you can't cut it down.
Yeah.
And so what happened was that people were like, okay, but then nobody saw his stuff, and everybody saw Buster Keaton and everything, and so like because he didn't change with the time,
He was kind of punk
So
rock
fuck
about
that guy,
it.
yeah.
protected his stuff.
He's so
Yeah.
punk rock. He's
Yeah.
like the Misfits,
But
telling
the thing
people you
is-
can't bring in your phones, and then people do it anyway.
What's
Which
amazing
is more punk rock.
about Time's Up? It has this famous image of this guy like hanging on this giant hand of a clock on a tower. Okay, and the entire film, like the climax of the film, is he needs to climb a building. Back in the day that this was made, that was like a form of like craziness. Like people would like sometimes like climb buildings really high, just like
Right.
get advertisement or whatever, or like create controversy.
Right.
And so like for the plot of the film, he needs to climb to the top of this building, and so that he actually did it. He climbed to the top of the building. Okay,
Yep.
every single level has some sort of comedic bit where he's almost falling off or doing some goofy thing, or like fighting somebody.
Yeah.
And so it's such an insane commitment to the bit over like taking the bit of comedy over his life. Like it's unbelievable. Here's the other thing: before he made this film, like he was holding like some prop bomb for like a photo shoot, and like the bomb exploded in his hand, and he like lost the use of like these 3 fingers and thumb or something.
So he-
or like I don't know like this or these 2 fingers, but he lost.
What is your girlfriend doing in there?
masturbating.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great.
Wrap this up, Tito.
he lost like half of his hand, and so he
You're a
like,
lucky
wears
man.
a prosthetic in the film that like fakes a hand. So he's climbing this building with
Well, he's
half
missing.
of a hand missing.
Well, Jess is about to lose a
Doing
hand
all
in
this
there. It
stuff, like-
sounds like. Goddamn.
It's like it's a staggering piece.
How
of
long
comedy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
It's probably
know.
like 30 minutes or something.
I've never really sat and watched like black
Old
and
school
white
movies.
I feel like that would be one to one.
Paid
That'd
a
be
lot
interesting,
of attention
yeah.
to anything prior to like.
What about
Three
like?
Stooges,
I was gonna
because-
say, did you ever watch Three Stooges? Because they were on a lot, even when I was like in
Growing
high
up,
school.
my dad would buy me a lot of like Three Stooges compilation
Yeah.
videos or whatever. Like they're at Walgreens for like $5.
Yeah.
Right,
So it's
right,
like,
yeah,
here, watch
99
this shit.
cents for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to like
Close with your dad
sit
much?
and like
By the shit. Yeah.
sit and like watch pure
Yeah.
slapstick. That is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
difficult for me. I feel like
No, it is.
comedy has
Yeah.
evolved.
It has, yes.
We don't.
Yeah, because I mean, like you'll see some of the old bits that they do, and it's so corny and it's so cheesy. But back in the day, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what a side splitter!
I believe that was the height of comedy.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
the
I
Three
mean?
Stooges, because well, they kind of fizzled out too. Like it's not like their
Sure.
careers ended on such a high note. I remember like looking it
No.
up. It's like, oh, they're legends, right? And I looked up, and it's like they died.
It's kind of a
like
sad
in the
story.
studio
Yeah.
mansion that with other famous people
died
that nobody
bonking each
cared about.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all died with
The
dicks in their
earliest
mouths.
known
That's
instance of
interesting.
film comedy, as well as the first use of film to portray a fictional story. So the first comedy was also a fictional story. Is known as The Gardener, Le Jardinier,
Ooh,
et
French.
Le Petit Espiègle. Is sometimes referred as the English as the tables turned on the gardener, and the sprinklers sprinkled. It is 45 seconds.
sprinkler.
45 seconds.
French silent film.
Of a man
released in
running from sprinklers.
1895.
And then, and then 70 years later, Bob Saget would do a dumb voice over it. Like,
Do you guys think that over time comedy has gotten more complex and like nuanced?
Absolutely.
Or do you think like
Just like everything has that.
Finish his sentence.
do you think
shut up, Wes. No, no, no.
well like those guys back in the
His
old
arm.
days do you think like Shakespeare or like what's that guy's Swift? Do you think
Taylor Swift?
no the
Victor Hugo.
no the yeah do you think their comedy was like at all on par to the nuance of the comedy today or anything like that? No, this isn't
I
like
don't know.
universal
I
themes.
haven't studied it.
That's what I was trying to throw it to the table to see like
Yeah,
if
I-
anybody knew about it more.
I did a little bit
think.
of like I did a comedy of errors in high school. I was a part of that cast, and it was
You just did a Shakespeare.
I did.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
did a comedy.
Right. And it very broad, but because that's what it had to be. Like they were doing it in these giant rooms and they had to get everyone's attention, so it had to be big and kind of goofy and
Yeah, it was built for the size of the stage.
they didn't have mumblecore back then.
Yeah. No, so
I
like,
know,
you couldn't
baby.
really be
Black
very-
Rainbow, pick it up and select.
You couldn't be like
SoundCloud
super subtle with it.
groups.
I mean, like
Yeah.
with film, like it's right there in front of you, so you can have like
Right.
a subtle look, like make you crack up. But
Right.
back in the day, like that's not how it was built.
Right.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
see,
but
like,
with like
old-
Shakespeare, there's like innuendo and like all
Yeah,
of these
so-
like
The words
It's
are
still
very
like
cutting,
stood the
yeah.
test of time in a way because it's like we still do put on the plays and stuff like that, and they're all really good. Do you think a lot of the stuff nowadays is going to stand the test of time? Because I mean, like the General, like Buster Keaton, I hear is still like a classic.
It's
like-
always a percentage. It's all
Right.
you know.
Right.
That's what everybody
yeah,
says.
some-
Like
some things
music
well,
was
some
so much
things
better
Yeah.
back in the day.
Right.
Because you're listening to like
when it was
AC/DC
back in the
and
day.
You don't hear like the 50 bands that were also around the time of AC/DC.
Right.
Well,
That's
think about
all you get.
like the bigger voices right now for those types of things. Like
Mm-hmm.
you guys were talking about night shows earlier. Like
Certainly
that,
a bigger
that was
breadth.
that has a huge crowd for those people that grew up with
The which one?
with
Like late night shows.
Oh, late night. Yeah, yeah.
Johnny Carson.
Carson,
thing.
Yeah.
Letterman.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I
also
don't
like
give a
think
shit
of like
about
the
him.
last like several like huge television shows that were comedies like that the
Like
the
Friends.
and Seinfeld era.
Yeah.
You know, like they exist.
I never liked Seinfeld.
Um,
I'm gonna say that now. I could not
I'm
get
kind
into
of with
that.
you. I don't.
Yeah.
I, no,
I
do
couldn't-
I
it, but
like
just-
I didn't watch it religiously,
Were you a
but I like
Seinfeld guy?
bits from it.
I wasn't allowed to be a TV guy.
Okay.
But yeah, I think absolutely.
Like, was it in my imagination?
We
Then
we
no.
will have new like there will things that will stand the test of time.
Mhm.
Always.
Yeah.
And you
Mhm.
never think that whatever's happening. I feel like when you're thinking about it is will.
Yeah.
I think that's how people feel. I don't think people feel about that way about Game of Thrones. Like they know, like we know that is. That's outside of comedy, obviously, but we know
Right.
that is going to stand the test of time in regards to film.
And it's a flag in the sand of television right now. Like
Yeah.
Game of Thrones was the first for a lot of things, especially for cable television. I mean, like the scope and the quality of the storytelling and everything. But yeah, it is interesting, especially with music, to go back to decades and be like, I've never heard of this band, or
Yeah.
or like in the last, like in college, I became a Devo fan. Devo is such a
They have a big
really
talent,
good
It's really
like
good. I got
discography.
into-
I've never listened to
Their,
Devo.
Really?
their first
I couldn't even tell you what
album
they sound like.
is
It's. Have you ever heard Crack
flawless.
That Whip?
well, yeah. There's Whip It.
That's like
right.
yeah, Whip It is their
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
biggest. Whip It
Right.
Good. That's their biggest one. but-
God.
Like,
Yeah.
but
They do have-
Their,
I
their
got
first
into them,
album,
like-
"We Are Not Men, We Are Devo," is
heard of that.
flawless.
It's really
Okay.
good.
Absolutely experimental, beautiful.
Yeah, I actually
Hello,
got
buddy.
into
Good.
Devo a little bit later in life too, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, I actually really like
Funny
these
thing
guys.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's
really
Gucci
cool
Gang.
stuff. And there's
like
like
Gucci Gang.
I was talking to one of my students today because she was asking me like, so when was Nirvana? Was that like 70s, 80s? And I was like,
Jesus, yeah, yeah.
so we like
So you
postponed the
slapped her.
lesson
Yeah.
and be like, okay, no. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
Sit
Came out
down.
in 1989.
Hey,
All right.
Jesse G! Somebody subscribed with their Twitch Prime account.
Nice.
shit.
Yay.
Do
Thank
that.
you.
Everyone
Thank you.
watching now, do that.
now.
Do that if you have Amazon
Subscribe.
Prime.
Comment on
Oh,
what
yeah.
our rap
It's a
group
new
is going to
month.
be.
It's a new month. That was I hate that. Anyway, so yeah, I like totally derailed the whole lesson. We put down our guitars, and I was like, all right, look.
Yeah.
Nevermind
very
came
important.
out in December of 1991, and that's when grunge started and exploded. And people took their Michael Jackson Dangerous albums and they returned
burned
them,
them. Yeah, yeah.
and they got Nevermind instead, and that blew up. Yeah, I give her a little.
Well, I
lesson.
guess like
Well, and you felt like this has to happen. Like you need to know a little bit of.
Oh yeah. And I mean, well, I can't have her walking around saying Nirvana was from the 70s.
yeah, because then you would fail as a
I would,
teacher.
yeah.
and,
If I met her like later in life and she's not a student or anything, I would push her down.
It's probably
Yeah.
your
Because-
biggest guilt.
She will spend many a night on
That's-
Wikipedia.
you would definitely curse her name on your deathbed.
Yeah.
Curse you, Mindy.
Right. How did you? No. But yeah, the
Oh my God, it's Mindy.
but
Nirvana sucks.
I was telling her like, do you know how many albums come out in a year? Like you'll probably only listen to
Thousands.
maybe 10 if you're really active.
If you're really active, like 10 and like a actual listen,
Yeah.
proper listen,
Right.
delving into
Not just
album.
like a once through, but thousands of
Yeah.
albums come out
Well, there
every
was a-
year, and you're never gonna get to all of them. So it's really cool to go back. And
Yeah.
you're like, this came out in '93, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Well, there's some I've tried for a while, and I think Tito, you were the one who like really pointed. Like I tried to get back into old school like punk rock, like the like Anti-Flag and Black Flag and all this stuff, and I can't
All the
really,
flags.
all the flags. Yes, there's Yellow Flag,
Red Flag.
Red Flag. I should have known that one was gonna suck right away. But
Good
like,
night, everybody.
everyone will see.
No
it. But
more
even-
conversation.
Even
Bunny
some of
Pants
like
says grunge
the.
is still alive. Dave Grohl is carrying the torch.
Is that
That's
really
right.
grunge?
He
there-
is Dave Grohl. He's the devil. He is the metal. Check that
yes.
riff. It's fucking tasty.
It is tasty. Yes.
Yeah,
It comes from hell. But I don't know,
Grunge
like
is still alive.
going back for like the punk, even like some of the old Misfit albums, because like I was like, oh, they're coming back. I used to listen when I was younger, and I listened. I was like, man, I don't really. It's
I don't think
so
you have
poorly
to. Don't-
produced.
don't-
I don't
yeah.
know. It's just like not.
Yeah, it's an aesthetic thing.
and I think it was Tito.
really
I was
is
bringing up. Like I
Right.
think you brought up. It's like I think I missed the point or the peak.
Like,
the
I feel like I missed the point for my
when
age
it
for
was
punk.
because like when
Yeah.
I did try to go back, it's like I'm gonna get into punk again, or try and get it, and it's like I'd rather listen to like Blink 182. That's more punk for me.
I've also missed that though.
Oh,
So
okay.
not,
I was aware that boat was around. I just chose not to.
You never jumped out.
Acknowledge it.
Sing.
Take that, Blink.
There.
Blink is awesome. Blink
I
is
do like
awesome.
Blink. Yeah, I like
Travis
Blink.
Barker's an amazing drummer.
I'll
really
say
good.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll go back in my
And all of
cage.
that, out of all of that, listen to Boxcar Racer. I think that's the best thing those members have ever
I
done.
really did like. Yeah, it was just what's his name, homeboy.
Two of them. It was two of them.
Was it
was
Travis
Travis
Barker
Tom and-
and Tom and Trout? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there was
will
a lot of
say,
big
not,
Boxcar
not to like
fans.
put Tito like on the spot, but I'm going to for a second.
Bruce Springsteen.
You
What
said,
the fuck?
You said
Yeah.
the first like punk show that you had ever been to was Scott's over here. That was a.
Is that a lie?
Was that true?
Is that a fabrication to fluff my genitals?
Could you be any more graphic?
Sorry, I do like Sum 41, but Blink. They just have way too many good songs.
Yeah, Blink, I agree.
Sum 41 is kind of like one note. That's what I've heard.
Sum 41's good.
No,
They
do
have a
bunch of
metal
good
edge
stuff.
to
Yeah,
it.
that's what
Yeah,
I kind
in
of
a
like
way,
about
yeah.
them. But
that they are more like this. Blink is a little bit more.
I feel like it goes more. Yeah, Blink
Blink
takes it
is more
away.
diverse.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
I think that
Down,
looking at like the
down,
shows that I've been
down.
to, I've been to some energetic shows, but I very rarely have checked out local music.
Was that
so,
more your point or of punk?
Of like
Like
a
with the
local-
locals
I
talking
it wasn't
about.
necessarily like most punk. It wasn't really punk. what you were
Oh.
saying,
Yeah,
that's fine.
right?
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
We're-
about
we're-
Tito versus Scott.
we're the
Who's
guys in our
gonna
30s
win?
and 40s.
Cast now.
See,
No,
but for me, like that was I've never been that close to a band that is so fucking wildly energetic and is making me feel that like
this is great.
like,
Yeah,
like oh god,
Yeah.
like it was. You guys have to check out Scott's
Yeah,
band.
You should have also seen
fucking
Slow
cool.
Jeremiah back
I
when
never
Scott.
saw that.
Yeah, I wish you would have. I think
saw
you really would have
Slow
liked
Jeremiah
it.
like
no,
last
Sam's moved.
Halloween before, where like
Was it the one
Michael.
where Wes was on it?
No,
I was
were
in
you?
that band briefly.
Were
He
you
was,
really?
yes, he was
Michael-
homeless baby or something. Yeah.
Michael was dressed as Slash,
Slash, yeah.
and maybe I did fucking see you. Holy
Yeah, yeah.
shit!
Oh yeah,
He was in a red onesie.
And it was a Burt's.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I saw
Oh
that.
my
Holy
God.
shit! I didn't know. Okay, because
he
what
fell
were you
asleep
dressed
on the
as?
stage.
Yeah.
It's like a homeless baby or something.
I think someone threw a quarter at my head.
You want to talk about
Fun.
punk rock?
You fall asleep on fucking. Gigi Allen wouldn't do that shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that really like Jessica and I talked about that because you mentioned that and like I was like, yeah, Tito was super into it. He's like headbanging and stuff. But
Oh, hell yeah.
I like that really like threw us for a loop. Like Jessica and I.
Such a
because
music person.
that is all I did. I'm sure
Yeah.
you too. That is all I did as a kid.
I was a very socially awkward person. Still a little bit am, but yeah, like I never went out. I never like had that experience
Yeah.
of like just like connecting with people over something.
Well, I've
so
always had,
awesome,
like,
though, that,
friends
you
who
were,
had
you were
bands.
finally able to do that. Like,
Yeah,
that
and-
is awesome,
and
and I
I
hope
like-
it makes you want to go to more.
Like it
Yeah.
did, and it also like made me not want
No,
to
they're so
like examine like the deep well of sadness that I feel for like missing the boat. And, like,
No.
it was so. I could have been so cool.
No, at no
Yeah,
point
fine.
does it mean you like
Yeah.
that you have to stop. Like,
you
start
miss
now
like the
is what it
goofy
is.
phases of
Yeah.
that
No, start now,
awkwardness.
dude.
You're
There's
fine
so
now.
many good local and even like not even necessarily local, like bands that come through that play at a really small stage
Yeah.
like Launchpad where you could stand right now.
I still
Of
haven't been
course,
to Meow Wolf.
the band.
Ooh.
Oh, Buckethead! Buckethead!
I know.
Buckethead's coming!
Buckethead's coming!
Buckethead's coming!
Oh my God!
Buckethead's
Buckethead's
coming!
Oh my God! Buckethead is going to
Buckethead.
be like it's going to be the most like technically amazing show.
Yeah, I
and
wanna
possibly
fucking
like
see
a
that.
fucking nightmare.
That could be like that. He couldn't have a better venue to play at than Meow
Fucking
Wolf.
Meow Wolf.
I fucking
So,
love
I
Buckethead.
went
Do you
to
know
see-
Buckethead?
I know who
Of
he is.
Buckethead.
I've listened
Yeah.
to him, but I don't.
He's fucking
yeah.
incredible. I don't know. I just
He's
remember seeing like
technically
his.
insane.
I've
Yes.
heard stories of like he plays like with one hand and has like a Rubik's cube in the other or something.
He's
shit
done
like
weird
that.
shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He played on the Guns N' Roses new album, which is old now. but
Yeah, Chinese Democracy.
And he like drove Axl Rose up a wall because he had like all these weird demands. Like he hires
More than Axl.
Yeah, he hires.
He's like,
he hires
okay, come on.
Buckethead to like play on the album. Buckethead like wears a mask. He wears like a chicken bucket upside down
KFC bucket.
over his head. Everything he does is like chicken themed.
Yeah.
And like he would
Well,
not
his-
record a note
yeah.
until they built him a chicken coop
Yeah.
in the sound studio.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, that's his like.
and so he
for
could
him?
play.
That's
he had
his-
to play inside the chicken coop.
He's like
Well,
the
that was
Temple
like his-
Grandin of rock and roll.
Yeah, that's like his backstory. Buckethead was born in a chicken coop and raised by
Is
chickens.
he trying to be funny?
I don't think so.
No,
he's an
it's like
artist.
he wears a mask, so like you can never tell what his expression is. So
he's-
it's just like
No,
it's
he's like
very
an
straight.
artist.
It's
He's like a
straight.
very.
He's so
Very
insanely
weird.
good
Yeah.
that you allow it. It's just
Yeah.
like, well, he's fucking Buckethead. He
like
can
there's
play
one he was
circles around
like he was
anybody.
playing, you know, like his song, and when the solo came up, he like put the guitar down and started doing nunchuck stuff, and then he picked the guitar back up and started playing.
Yeah, I can't.
He's
I want to go.
insane, yeah. 'Cause
I wanted to bring up just like local shows, punk rock and stuff. The Lillingtons, a band that I was introduced to just a handful of years ago. Great punk rock. Like Misfits is like a whole bunch of like horror movie esque songs and stuff. Lillingtons is that, but with like sci-fi, and they're just goofy, like
The
non-serious,
Lillingtons.
really good punk rock. They're coming January 27th, Albuquerqueans, to the launch pad. Also, my good friend Shadow Creeps, members of Get Action, my band, will be playing that. They played the Get Action record release show, and also Rock Jong Il. Another local band that I've played with. Yeah, January 27th. That's going to be a kick-ass show. I really want to go
Please
to it.
like
Wait,
Facebook me this stuff because
Yeah.
like I want to go and check. Shit.
It'll be.
Wait,
a
are
great
you
show.
guys going to Buckethead then?
I want to. I
want
think
to. When is it
tickets go on
happening?
sale Friday.
How much are tickets?
I am not sure.
Probably
like
20 bucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the fucking
Yeah.
ticket.
If they do, if you guys get them, let me know because then we can like carpool.
What I
so-
am afraid of,
carpool.
what I am, part of what I'm afraid of, it isn't as bad, but I went to see Eric Johnson in concert when I was younger. You guys know Eric Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay, his famous song is Cliffs of Dover, but he is of that ilk where he's like impossibly fast, fluid guitar work.
It's
okay?
just fast,
He's a guitar virtuoso.
like a shredder?
Like,
Oh,
like-
okay, I
Like
gotcha.
a Steve Vai or
Okay,
something, but
gotcha.
he's not insane and absurd.
Right.
Like Buckethead.
Right,
But
right.
I went to see that, and I was like, this first song's like fucking ripping, awesome. Second song's like, okay, cool. There's like, they kind of sound like the first two songs.
yeah.
Of course, like,
You kinda ruin it, yeah.
It sounds like the last fucking songs.
Yeah.
And it was like, it got so boring.
I
Yeah.
saw Bo Diddley at Sandia Casino before he died.
Bless you.
And
And did you? Were you like, oh, I wish you would die rather than?
Well,
Yeah, like,
it
oh,
was
I just want to kill
Here's this
myself.
one. Boom, 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 boom,
well,
boom,
yeah,
boom.
like okay, Bo Diddley is a pioneer in guitar for his time.
Yeah.
He came
40s.
up with
Y'all
a
want to hear that Bo Diddley beat?
well, yeah, he came up with his own
Crank
beat,
up
his
the
own
old
rhythm.
phonograph.
It was like a bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. And so he did that, and it was cool. And then
it was like
Whatever.
but he did the whole show of like his old standards of blues, and I can really take or leave blues because it's kind of a bullshit. I don't get it. Like
Since
the whole
my
love of
Scotty
blues.
left me.
Like, do. It's like, all right, I know where this song's gonna go.
Yeah,
One
it's
Scotch.
it's very boilerplate. It's
yeah.
I need one beer. What is it? One Scotch,
one
bourbon,
bourbon,
one
Scotch,
one beer.
However,
Well, I
I will
ain't
say
seen my
that is
baby
one of
since
the
the
best
night before
electric
last.
guitar blues songs. Like
Wait, there's
George
like
Thorogood doing
there's
that.
all like
Oh,
there's,
yeah, that's
there's
really
a lot
good.
of
I
different
love George
genres
Thorogood.
of blues though. There's like slow blues too. That's actually
Even worse.
Derek Truck's band, like he went to India and he studied like a bunch of like Indian classical music and
Yeah.
ragas, and he incorporated that into his blues playing, which is also slide guitar. So it's this very like fluid, jammy blues music, but it's like very distinct and beautiful.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
whatever.
it's a lot like banjo playing. I love to hear a great banjo player. But any jackass picking up a banjo, I don't give a shit.
Yes,
because
and anybody
like anyone can figure out a blues progression on guitar.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit because you're not going to play it that great.
Yeah, and you're just gonna play in this like little box pattern.
Yeah.
So like, bam,
I'll hear the greats. I'll hear like some of the best,
and
but
then
I'm not
sometimes
gonna.
even then it's like God, this like if they're too old, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to like fucking Albert King or whatever.
Right, because
I don't
arthritis
care.
sets in, and you can't
care.
play like you you used
Didn't he
to.
do a commercial for diabetes?
Albert King?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
I saw somebody do a commercial for diabetes.
I don't
They were
think
playing
he's
the blues?
They were
Wilford-
pro diabetes.
Wilford
Yeah.
Brimley.
They were pro diabetes.
They were pro diabetes.
I
You
don't
should
wanna
all
s-
get diabetes.
It's great.
It's
I
changed
lost my
my
legs.
They push me around. I see the sky every now and again.
I lost all this weight when I got rid of my legs.
When I got the pounds just were sawed off.
They sawed right off.
Sawed right out.
not supposed to get a injection.
Injection of
Oh.
Sweet insulin in your neck.
pro diabetes. All right,
I'm not going to say that Stevie Ray Vaughan is overrated.
but he's gonna go.
Here it
there.
comes.
Here he comes.
Because like he's
Get
clearly,
ready,
like,
He's
Twitter.
incredible.
right here.
But you know,
He's about to knock on that door. Go
Right
on,
under
Tito.
the radio.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's still like, oh, it's another blues song.
Who's that on
Yeah.
the door?
You can point to a lot like
It's me,
Tightrope and Texas
Stevie.
Flood
What?
and Lenny and
Why are you
Pride
at the
and
door?
Joy.
And versions of Jimi Hendrix songs.
Yeah, and they're amazing.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
So
Elder.
I just have to say I was talking about you to my friend the other day.
shit, talking shit.
He's talking shit.
Talking mad shit.
Because my friend and I, Clark, I don't know if you've met him.
He's been on Color Circuit a
Mark?
bunch, and
Yeah.
he's a good guy.
We went out to dinner the other day and we came back here and he's like, I gotta show you this film, like pseudo documentary. This guy named Matt Farley, and Matt Farley does like this like
Live in a van.
guerrilla.
Down by the river.
Matt Farley does like this like guerrilla marketing where he's like at this point now he has 20,000 songs released.
Oh,
Really?
Because of how much because that's the style of like how he's trying to get his name out there. So for instance, he said he has a list of like 17,000 names. He hasn't gotten through them all obviously, but he does a happy birthday song for every single name.
Oh Jesus.
and they're all
Yeah,
unique.
yeah.
They're all on YouTube and they're all unique.
Wait, unique
insane.
as in like he just says like happy,
Happy
birthday,
birthday
Tom.
to yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't edit names. Like he does the song and then he puts it on YouTube and then he does the next one and he does the next one. And he does. That's not just happy birthday. It is anything you can possibly think of. He has written something for it, which is why he has 20,000 songs out. But anyways, he does like short films and stuff too, like B-rated horror films.
Nice.
And then this like mini pseudo doc. It's incredibly funny. It reminded me of you just because of his sense of humor. He
Because of
writes
your
some-
repetitive
Ding a
nature.
beach
no,
ball.
it reminded me of Beach Ball.
Yeah.
I immediately after the movie showed my friend Beach Ball.
Nice.
And I was like, this is our Matt Farley.
Yeah. Wait till
But, like,
you
but
wait
he
till
condenses all that into like one
One
really
great
concentrated,
song.
yeah.
He,
Will you
he
wait
puts
to
his
hear,
phone number on everything that he releases. Like
Uh-huh.
it's in the song.
Yeah.
It's also like,
so you can like contact him to
we
get
can
more.
Call him now.
Yeah.
That's how like
We
you
should
can
do that
get a
one day.
hold of
Yeah.
this guy.
I would
And
say,
we could have him do a intro for Color Circuit or for
be
Improv
awesome.
Bagel. Yeah,
hell
that'd
yeah,
be interesting.
dude, totally.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
He
Sorry,
has a-
Wes.
yeah. He has a
We're
cousin
kicking
called-
Beach Ball to this stuff. All you had to do is bring it in, and now
you
we're
didn't.
hiring a guy.
Even though it seems like clearly quantity over quality, it must form like a good habit of just like nose to the grind.
But like consistency, I imagine.
consistency.
Yeah.
I think
you-
he's incredibly
you build
funny
it up,
too.
and then you just kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there will be good things in there, but he's just doing the work. He's
Yeah.
doing the work
Yeah.
every day.
You got to put in
So
your
funny. If
10,000
you like
10,000
hours.
hours.
Fielder-
Malcolm
If you
Gladwell.
like
Yeah.
Nathan Fielder, that's what he's like. He is very similar.
Eating a basketball.
Yeah.
It is so delicious. Tastes like cotton candy. Starting to
we
not-
put up the green screen at Zach's place.
Yeah.
So if you want to film that, we could like do that this weekend or something.
It looked really good.
Cool.
I
Did it
checked
really?
I checked
Did you
the
guys
stream.
actually watch?
I watched
No one watched.
the end of the
yeah.
first
I did not.
one and into the second one. Yeah,
Okay.
it was good.
Cool.
Where is the
It's
comedy?
It's very difficult. This is Burn Bagel. We
Gee,
don't have to be
I'd
funny.
like to know as well.
But
That's a fair question.
Fair question. Let's
That's what-
discuss where the comedy
Where's
is.
the comedy? We're gonna
Where
have a
did
very
it go?
serious
Let's
debate.
get a billboard. Where's
Yeah.
the comedy?
Where's the comedy?
Where's the beef?
It's in the 90s.
Where's the comedy?
Hey.
Got comedy?
Yeah.
just to be clear,
There is no comedy.
Yeah, this is like kind of like a night of so at 7:00 p.m. MST, so our time.
Yeah.
There is a
It's
sketch
like
comedy
must-see
show.
TV from the 90s.
You're goddamn right.
Musty.
It's
Must
from 7 to 8,
TV.
We do a sketch comedy
Must
show.
get TV.
From 8 to 9, we do an improv show, and then from 9 to 10, we kind of
We
fuck
just
around.
dick around.
Yeah, so
This
that's
is just
what
our
this is.
time to catch up
And
because I don't
There
get to
was
hang
some
out with these
good
guys.
moments earlier.
Oh no, he likes it now, or she.
Okay, you found the comedy.
You found it. You found
Okay,
it.
thanks.
You found the comedy.
Oh, you're letting it get away. That made me smile. What did we say?
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. I think this is when we stop doing the
Oh
thing.
no, I said what did we say?
I think it should.
What did we
were
say,
doing
guys?
I think we
Where
just
did it
acknowledged
go?
him as a human being.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It's like oh,
Oh.
color circuit, you bagel bastards.
Okay, so what's happening?
All right, I think you guys ready to call it?
Sure. Yeah. How about you sign us
Whoa.
out, or Scott, with a little? I'll put the little schedule up so you guys can see what we do all week.
Okay.
Right, go ahead and follow it. Are you still doing Alba Crazy?
Yeah.
How are you now?
Okay. With that answer,
Are we still doing Fruitless Journey?
Oh yeah, we got a plug.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, it's been a rocky start to the year.
It's been a well-titled show.
So make sure you stick around for tomorrow
Sometimes it
on
happens.
Thursday. They got co-op theater. I think I'm going to be doing the
Co-op-
next
co-op to
Monday.
this?
Co-op to this.
Go up to this.
I don't know if you want to.
Video games
Yeah.
and other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's going to be myself and Zach, and we're going to be playing a co-op game, Battle Block something or other.
Nice.
I don't know.
Wait, for the Wii?
Maybe? I don't. Oh, a Battle Block Theater. That's tomorrow night on Color Circuit, the thing you're watching right now. And then what are we doing on Friday? Ludum Tempest, where we play some board games. We're bringing that back. Again, everything starts 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Then Saturday,
Wait. On Ludum Tempest this week, we are playing. I keep forgetting.
Twister.
Oh,
playing
Epic
a classic.
Spell
That
Word.
classic game of strategy,
Yeah.
Twister.
Hey,
if
you
haven't
do
seen
have
Epic
to have some
Spell Words,
strategy.
It's super
Epic
funny.
Spell Words.
It's like really cool because you can play as like different like wizards and cool shit, and they all have like really funny
Nice.
attacks and stuff. So yeah.
I loved Broforce, by the way.
Yeah, I
That
thought
game
you
was
might.
so
It's very
funny.
fun, huh?
Like you unlock all these characters and they're all ripoffs of like classic
Bros.
Yeah, like the Brominator.
Nice. Bro Vester Stallone.
Exactly. Yeah, Rambro.
Rambro.
Oh,
It's
it-
like unabashedly.
it's so
pro,
fucking funny.
and I
Yeah.
love that they
Yeah.
really leaned into it.
Nice.
And like when you respawn out of the American flag whenever you die, it's,
That's
so
nice.
great.
it's so fun.
That's awesome.
Very
Super
self-aware.
bro.
Yeah, that was last week's co-op to this. And then Saturday, we're going to do some Color Circuit original programming, Circuit Board. We're bringing that classic back. The founders of Color Circuit going to be talking to you
About your needs.
about your needs and our needs.
What
and
can
what
they
we did
do
that
to
day.
help you
We-
enjoy this more?
We'll help you with
Yesley
your
says
personal
that He followed
problems.
us because we are, or he or she, I can't tell yet, but because we are handsome comedians.
It's in a dark blue.
Oh,
know.
please.
Anywho. And then what the fuck after that?
We're doing
Circuit
Saturday
Board.
night at 7 p.m. We're doing Rough Draft Theater.
Rough Draft Theater.
With a lot of amazing
Voice
actors,
actors,
and voice
yeah.
actors, and theater actors. One of which is Batman in the
Injustice.
comic book series.
Yeah.
The animated.
He's the voice in the comic book series.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did the
of
animated
Batman.
series
The comic
of the Injustice comic book series.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That guy has an amazing voice.
Like
Yeah.
the sweetest butter you've ever heard.
Yeah,
That's
bunch
why I
of
like
really
my
cool
Batman.
people. But anyways, we're going to be
Butter
reading
you've ever
the
heard.
original
What does
script.
that even mean?
I like original
Thank you.
unaired script. I don't know unaired. The Star
Who's the-
Wars.
Who's the
Star
most
Wars.
handsomest,
original
funniest
Star
one of
Wars?
us
That's
all?
right.
But not
Fantastic.
episode 4. But I think it's the script that.
Tell
didn't make
us, who is the most handsomest and the funniest? I am your host, by the way. None of this would be possible, just so you know.
Watching you all blush,
Blush.
is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I read that and I
Wow.
actually did like legit blush. I was like,
Oh God, that was so weird. Yesterday we were. Can I say that? We probably don't care. We were playing Mafia yesterday for our Hive rehearsal, and it was just interesting because it's like, first of all, we all lynched Tito in the first round right away. It was just funny.
some old language.
Yes, but that was.
I think you mean hanged.
Nope, it was
Okay.
lynching. Back in the way we took care of him. Oh yeah. But it was just interesting. I don't know. It's like I really felt like it spoke a lot because it's like I looked right at Tito as he got his card, and I instantly knew who he was in the game. Like I
What?
knew he was a mafia guy. I was just like, I don't know what it was. There's like a weird red spot in your cheek. I noticed. Glue.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
I do.
because
Like,
I
I have
looked right
a
at it.
problem with blushing. I feel like I'm blushing right now.
Yeah, it was like the weirdest thing ever because it's like I know Tito way too well if I can like read him like just
Yeah.
by
Here's the
staring.
thing: is like last round,
Yeah.
I played 2 rounds of Mafia. The first round, I'd stealed my stuff and I was watching the people's reactions. The second round, I forgot to do that.
Guys in the caps. Oh yeah, you and I. The cutest.
All right,
things.
we're gonna go ahead and call it right there.
Well, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
They haven't listened to us. She hasn't listened, or he hasn't listened to us talk. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a ton more, as you can see down there. We stream 7 days a week, 12
Jeez.
shows a week. And so, yeah, please follow, subscribe, like, share all of the verbs.
All the verbs.
And if you're in the
Verbs.
Albuquerque, New Mexico area, come see the Hive
Yes.
the 19th, which
Is that
is
your
what,
first
in
show
like
back?
next week, 2 weeks.
yes,
Yeah.
We're gonna be performing at 10:15. We got
I'll
some
be out
new
of town.
members. Come
Improv.
check it out. What?
Yeah,
What?
It's gonna be
Sorry.
fun.
I'll be
Well,
out
then
of
it's
town
canceled
that
then because
weekend.
Scott's not there.
Yeah.
No, but seriously,
Aw,
be
that's
there.
sweet.
No, we're fuck it. We're going on.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.